What is up, YouTube? I'm pretty sure YouTube didn't send my notifications out again. I can almost guarantee you that's what it is. Because normally, this area is packed. What is happening? I'm getting shadow banned. Doesn't matter. We're going to have a good show anyway. I bought one new guest on here. I got a dope panel, all right? This panel shakes stuff up, and tonight we're going to talk about hip-hop influence in Black culture. I got my big bro on here. He ain't been on here in a while, but Mr. Corey's back.
How y'all doing? How you doing?
Up,
Thanks for bringing me on. Thanks for bringing me on.
Tony. Are you ready for the? Are you ready?
I think so. I think so.
We have the liberal. We have to throw the liberal in the group. You know what? He brings the passion to the show because everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
But you know, I get along good with everybody, Sony. I'm the nice guy.
Corey's a nice one.
Yeah.
Leland, he's a nice guy, but he low key he wants to take a red pill, but he's like, nah.
He might get it today. Maybe we can change his whole shirt red.
Crack a beer for the working man. Oh, hell yeah.
What you got there, man? What you drinking on?
Oh man, this is from the tap here in Atlanta. They pour the beer into the can, close it up right in front of you. This is a Britzberger Pisker. It's a German beer.
Oh man, let's get it, man.
Then we got the passionate guy.
He's the passionate guy.
Passionate guy. We got Tonio here. He's showing. He's like, I don't know about this.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? But I just got a damn inbox from somebody saying, "Tell your president to sign the bill, B." It's a liberal.
Please don't get started.
Lord,
listen, I know this show about something else, but I do want to say this: if he signed that bill, I'm done with him.
He ain't signed.
He ain't gonna sign it. He ain't gonna sign it.
Yeah, they ain't gonna come up to no 2,040 American people because they already gave us this to rotate on. They ain't doing that. But I also have another guest. This is he's like my weapon, bro, because he embodies what the Democrat Party says is supposed to be jaded to the world. So please welcome Darren. And I've had him on before. Welcome back.
What's up? Man, I'm glad to be back. Loving it.
Good.
DR in the building. DR in the building.
Sony using big words already.
That's it.
Damn.
All right. We've been talking about Black culture, and I hope that everyone is starting to see my vision when I say that Black culture is a product. It's not actually, I don't believe there's white culture, Black culture, as far as our lifestyles. Now, food, how we carry ourselves, absolutely. There's culture there. But the way that Black culture is depicted does not speak for the Black community. It's essentially a product. And the question that I'm asking you is, are you buying into it? If you are, then conversations like this are going to trigger you. That's why I put the infamous, explicit content. This might trigger you. So just be prepared. I'm not going to ask what comes to mind when I say Black culture, but because we've heard that. But I will ask this. Do you think that hip hop has influenced Black culture at all in any way? And let's let Corey go first.
Yes. Hey, listen, Sony. I tell people this all the time. When I ask a question, I would appreciate an answer, a direct answer. So that's what I gave you, a direct answer. Yes. How? Golly. And in all different kind of ways. I think, let me just start here. Let me just jump all the way in off the high dive, right? I think that hip hop has affected the Black culture in an extremely negative and dangerous way. I think it has gotten us zuzu'd to the point of where we live in a lifestyle that was dictated by them, whoever is behind us. And that's a whole different conversation. Mm-hmm. And they got us living foul. You know what I'm saying? Overall, they got us living foul, and it's bad. You know what I'm saying? So they got us killing each other and thinking it's cute. They got us using drugs, now they got us taking all kind of pills. And I say us, not me, because I don't do that, right? But they got us taking all kind of pills and running around gang banging and glorifying it, thinking it's cute. They got mamas keeping their kids away from their sons. They got the kids disrespecting their mamas, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
What about you, Darren? Let's hear from you.
I think it definitely has. And I just go back personally. I remember whenever we was getting ready to get into a fight or something, first thing I used to go grab was UGK murder. I grab some pop and put it on and be ready to chunk them hands. So it has it's not because of the wording of it, man. Everybody, well, not everybody, but most of the people that rap and get involved with hip hop come from the hood. That's what they buy. They buy our pain. They buy our struggle, and then they'll dress it up a certain way and put little bitty clothes on it or put some gold chains on it and sell it as a product to the world through the media. So it's a product that they sell, and they're not really pushing positive stuff. They're not really pushing upbringing, love stuff. It's all sex, murder. That's because that's the stuff that sells. So it definitely, and CEOs and stuff know this. So the reality of the information that they look at is what is the population buying? It's buying drugs, it's buying guns, it's buying sex, it's buying violence. So they know that influence is there. So they know they can make millions upon millions of dollars off of it. And when you put that music out there, what we actually listening to, it resonates with the pain that's in the hood. It resonates with the struggle. It resonates with, I'm saying, I got somebody that feel like me. I got somebody that can know what I'm going through. When I sit back in the car, I said yesterday, I listened to a cat named Big Crit, and it got a song called In My Time Machine, man. That's when I used to like to fire up a blunt and just kind of go there in that dark zone place. So, man, it wasn't nothing really uplifting about it. But, when they sell it like that, that music will influence just the natural me sitting in my living room, like wondering, am I finna go fight or am I finna go just, smoke one? Am I finna go just, whatever it is, so it has a heavy influence on us.
What about you, Tonio?
Hip hop does not benefit the Black community in a positive way whatsoever. The only people that it benefit is the labels and the artists themselves, because they're the ones that's making the money off of talking about violence against brothers that look like them, about over sexualizing our women, specifically our women, and also that victim mentality that they push. Because like I spoke about the hypocritical mentality that we have, so allow me to elaborate further on that. Because you could have on one album, "Fuck the Police" and how the police is just fucking with me just because I'm a Black guy. But on that same album, you gonna kill a nigga. You want the dope man girlfriend to suck your dick, and you gonna kill a nigga and shoot a nigga up. But where's the consistency on the album? And that's not talking about NWA. That's talking about all these rappers. How do you have songs about fuck the police because they fuck with me simply and solely because I'm Black? But I'm gonna drive by, shoot a nigga in his head if he say something wrong. If he hurt my feelings, I'm gonna kill his ass. Y'all niggas should fear me. Because in hip hop, everybody want to be God. And I talked about that before. Everybody want to be God. Everybody want to be feared. When I come around, they want all the women to look at them like their Lord and Savior. And I personally made a vow to stop listening to hip hop music that talks about killing.
I think we have
I'm gonna be a little bit of a hypocrite because Tupac is the only exception. Okay, he's the only exception, but even he deserves some criticism as well.
Absolutely.
I do believe in storytelling though. Like if you're just simply telling a story, like one of my favorite songs is by Kendrick Lamar, to Sing About Me, Dying of Thirst. I love that song because he's telling a story from different perspectives. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. What about you, Leland?
So,
I'm so, but my favorite rapper.
I don't know what's happening here.
What'd you say?
I think you gotta leave out and come back in, Tonio, because you're lagging.
Okay, I'm leaving. I'll come back in.
All right, go ahead.
So hip hop with me, man, it's a double-edged sword because our people, that's how we pass down history, like in Africa. Like when settlers and people came there, they realized like there was no written text for a lot of these villages, and it's because they passed down their stories.
How, Sway?
No, that's facts. That's facts. For look it up. Look it up. That's facts. You know, I can show you some stuff, but that's how some of these villages passed down their history was verbally. They had a storyteller in some of these villages that was responsible for keeping these stories and passing them down. When someone died, they would take all their belongings and go bury them on the top of a hill. So when people looked in this land where this village was, they would find no plates, no bowls, no nothing, because they would take the dead and go do it. So they was like, well, how do they pass down their history? And it's verbally. So that is how I see hip hop, is how we pass our history, is how we pass messages. And it's, you know, hip hop at its core can be something beautiful. Because think about every wedding you go to and you hear down, down, do your thing. That's a wonderful Black culture moment at a wedding like that. You know, and there's other songs that we all like love to like, you know, dance to. Even at a wedding, you get back that thing up and grandma out there, you know, doing something nasty for no reason. So it's like it's those moments in hip hop where I'm like, yo, I can see how it's you know, a little out there, but it's ours in a sense.
I can see what you're saying, but that's probably the problem, that music will influence you to go either way. Music influence you to be happy. Music influence you to be sad. Music can influence you to be angry. Music can influence your emotions in a lot of different ways. In fact, when you listen to real artists, they'll tell you they put their whole soul into it, man. When people do that, you can feel the music that they're talking about, and it'll sway you a certain way. So when we talking about stuff like WAP and talking about stuff like murder, murder, kill, kill, you know, that's the wrong influence, you know. So that's my problem with hip hop. But man, I do love music, man. I love R&B. I'm a Drew Hill. I'm a Casey and JoJo or Joe. I'm a '90s cat, man. I love R&B. But it do, you know, like R. Kelly, even our music like R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? A lot of babies done been made off of that. So I mean, it's a very, very powerful tool. You know what I mean? So we have to be careful what we put out there. And if we talking about we want our generation to get better and we want our kids to grow up and put their pants up and stop fighting and stop violence, you know, we can say that message. I go to schools all the time. I'll talk to the kids in the schools. I'll talk to the kids in the juvenile systems. I'll tell them to think positive, and I'll tell them to hang around the right people, and I'll do some work on their soul and on their mind. And then as soon as they leave me, they go back to the hood and they hearing murder, you know, or kill, you know, they hearing that same thing pumped into them all. And there's an energy that comes with that, man. And so it's very counteractive to what we're really trying to do until we can get them mentally strong enough to say, I can listen to anything I want to right now. It won't influence me to go do nothing stupid. You know, that's but that is a certain point, you get your own control over yourself. But a lot of people don't have that just yet, man. We got to get to the minds first.
That's a hell of a task to get to the point to where we can listen to anything and not be influenced by it in no way. I don't think it's going to happen. Right. Excuse me. The first thing that we have to do is admit that it sound good and it make you feel good. So let's get past that. So nobody's going to deny that it sound good and it feel good. That's the bottom line. But then after admitting that, we have to get to this. But it ain't no good. Period. It ain't no good. So we use all these excuses and say, like, I don't know, all that stuff that Lena, whatever you were saying about the dishes and bowls and stuff like that and people dying. And I mean, the question is, how does hip hop affect the Black culture? And it's negative, no matter how you look at it. I mean, we can chalk it up to be anything. Some songs about this, some songs about that, grandma dancing. Listen, man, like, it's not good, man. What good is it doing to the Black community or for our culture?
Okay. I pulled up these lyrics for a reason, because I do think that hip hop definitely has a negative influence on our culture. But I also know that there are certain powers that be that promote this specific music for this specific reason. There are some absolutely awesome artists, like this dude right here, J. Cole. He is my favorite rapper.
Wow.
If I don't listen to anything, like honestly, I don't really turn on rap like that unless I'm listening to him. I will listen to albums after albums after albums because he's actually trying to call attention to a lot of things, but a lot of people block this part of culture off and they're like, you ain't talk about nothing because you rapping the same thing they're rapping. This dude doesn't get half the promotion that what I don't even know one of these little rappers' names now. What Young Dirk? He raps about gangs, demons, evil stuff, murder. That's drill rap. All he raps about. But then you have this dude right here who's calling it out. And he's saying, y'all keep black people in a dumb state of mind. You keep them dying. You keep them, especially dying by a gun. Keep on listening to these frontin' ass rap niggas, son. He calling them out. And he gets, do you know the industry try to cancel J. Cole? The only rapper that's speaking life into young men, asking them, what's the price tag of a dead black man in a morgue? I don't see not 1 0 in sight. Why is our self-image distorted? Why don't we put rappers like this? Because at the end of the day, it's rap. Like, people express themselves through music.
Yeah.
Can this be used for evil? Absolutely. And it has been used for evil. But rappers like him, who aren't spitting evils anything, why don't they get the attention that they deserve by actually calling the people out, calling the rappers out that ain't promoting nothing positive?
But
I don't really know. Like, I'm not familiar with J. Cole like that because I just don't listen to rap no more.
Yeah.
But if I'm a step out there and I could be wrong, but
Okay.
I remember. I think I remember. I had my son in a car. Like I said, you know the story. I hadn't picked him up from Indianapolis. Hadn't seen him in a long time. We riding, and he, got this rap music going. And I'm really letting him play it because I just want to bond with my son. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like taking this shit. So it ain't nothing but about a 3-hour drive. Couldn't take it, man. Look, man, cut the shit off. I can't take it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all the way negative across the board. Although they slip in songs, you hear some positive songs or some positive verses. You know what I'm saying? And nothing is all negative. You know what I'm saying? They don't feed it to you like that. You know what I'm saying? They slip stuff in here and there, a song here, a song there, but it's all intended and it was all evil. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. So I don't want to say for sure with J. Cole, but I remember challenging him. I said, man, so you got all these songs in that little thing you got, whatever it is, they stick in your thing and it play the music. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, find me one song, just one, where not a woman is not being ridiculed. They're not talking about killing another black person. They're not talking about my jury bigger than yours. I knocked your wife off. And I could not find one. He could not find one. I told him I'd give $1,000 right now. He couldn't find one song. You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
and if I'm or I think I even went to say find me an album that don't have none, because I think if I'm not mistaken, he mentioned J. Cole, and I said, and we went through his album, and I said, boom, there it is, right there. It didn't take much. All you gotta do is listen to it. But I'm not sure, so I don't want to speak on it 100%. But I just, in my mind, it's all bad. You know what I'm saying? The hip hop thing is like, and it took me a while to get off of it too, because it sounds so damn good and it make you feel good, but it ain't no good.
I get what you're saying 100%. I don't know. I think it's when you're fans of these rappers and you appreciate the art that they put out, you kind of know where he's coming from in certain songs. So he might have a song like what is it called? It just came off his other album where he's talking about put your motherfucking hood up. It's the remix. That ass up. He's making fun of the rap culture. He's saying y'all dance in the club for this, but if we talk about love and positivity, I'm shut down. So it sounds like look at this rapper. He's talking about this, but it's just you taking time to listen to the message. And that's why I feel like I don't understand why rappers like him they don't get no type of airtime. If he puts an album out, you just got to be a fan. And he's got that many fans where he doesn't have to, wait for a label or anybody to promo him. I just don't get it.
Cindy,
I don't understand why we don't embrace them as Black leaders.
I would argue that is, a big part have to do with like education, right?
Mhm.
Education in the inner city. I grew up, Lupe Fiasco was my J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Like Lupe, when I first started listening to Lupe, I was like, oh, he on some shit. He on some other stuff. He was talking about all this normal stuff. I had the privilege of growing up in a house with musicians. So my introduction to music was totally different. So when I started listening to hip hop, I kind of looked at hip hop kind of how I like look at wrestling. Like it's all a gimmick. Everyone's kind of a character. So I looked at it from a very show business point of view. So hip hop never had a real hold or influence on me. I could choose what I liked, So I gravitated to cats like Andre 3000, Outkast, Corey. I would have won that bet, by the way. I would have put on Will Smith album, and they're like, boom, give me my money, son. You're on mute.
You muted yourself, Corey.
I'm almost still willing to bet you about a Will Smith album. He one of the biggest devils in the industry.
But that album is clean like a Bill Cosby routine.
I doubt it. I'm telling
you, man.
And listen, I ain't even heard it, and I doubt it.
But then also, I'm from Detroit, so hip hop in Detroit has its own little vibe. It has, you got your hood music, and to be honest, the trap music is for cats who are in the streets, who are pretending to be in the streets, who are whoever. Every bit of music has its audience. And hip hop, really, if you look at it, has subsets and subgenres, just like every other major music. And you do have your hood music, you do have your conscious rap, you do have your different variety of hip hop. Now, what's pushed out there is bullshit. That's facts. But the bullshit, people make money because just like McDonald's, which is bad food, they make money. So you got to dig a little deeper for people like J. Cole, Kendrick. There's a lot of other cats out there who are very conscious with their rap.
Here's another question. I know of a guy who he argues with me. He was like, you are so fraudulent. I heard you listening to rap. And you tell people that rap music is bad. And I was like, he doesn't believe that hip hop influences the youth.
Shit.
He doesn't believe that music influences anybody. And I hope he's watching. This is actually Charlie. Remember Charlie, Corey? The guy that he was on the show before. This is like
tough guy?
months ago. Dang. He was the one that was upset about how police handle Black people. We won't get into that, but that should jog your memory.
Kinda has so many clowns.
Anyway, nah. He's
okay.
the one who's here. He's here in Japan with me.
Oh,
He argues with me. He's like, that's not true. They're just rappers. And all they do is make the music. It's not their fault if that kid gets influenced. Like, bro, not every kid has a parent like me that's gonna be like, cut that shit off. Or even let them know this is entertainment. These people get paid to lie to you, to front about a certain lifestyle that most of them don't live. They're just rapping about it because that's what's appealing to a certain demographic. Yes. But now that you have the youth, it transcends everything. Drill rap is taking over the scene.
And you know what? I would argue this part is, before these rappers make it into, the mainstream or get on TV and all that kind of stuff, they start out just rapping in the hood. So my oldest brother used to write raps. And I would always notice when he'd go start writing. It was those times when we was locked in the basement and all that kind of stuff, or my mom beat us or whatever the case was, and he would get that pad out and he would be sitting there crying with my other oldest brother, and they would be sitting there writing these pains out on that tablet, and then just screamed out in the world, fuck this house, my mother no love, that they would just put that stuff on the tablet, and then when they get out there and start getting on the roof of a car, somebody hit a beat and then they flow that rap out. And so it's based off, whether people like it or not. But then once you get to the industry, of course, they flip everybody to do exactly what is going to sell. But it start, man, a lot of times in the hood, man, that start from a real place of pain. that
Mhm.
start from a real place. So it's definitely negative, but I mean, the pain is in it. You know,
The
when you
pain
got to
is
go back
real,
when people
definitely.
first start writing these raps,
Mhm.
not what they put on TV. And you know, there's a lot of healing that could take place if somebody intervened. But once
True.
it get mainstream, I mean, shit. I
Yeah,
mean,
but it's not once, especially like you said, once it get mainstream, it's
yeah.
not intended to heal nothing.
Right?
Yeah.
No, it's
You
not
know
at
what I'm
all.
saying? It's the intention is evil, man.
Yeah.
I did a long and I'm not gonna go too deep, you know what I'm saying? But I did a long study and research on that music thing, man. And I'm telling you, man, it is evil. You know, so
Yeah.
that's the bottom line.
Yeah,
You know what
you
I'm
know,
saying?
you got you when you step into the spiritual world, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, you got the
Well,
Pied Piper, you got those demonic spirits that come through the
Yeah.
waves, through the music. It's all a real thing when it get down to the demon part of it and the spiritual part of it. So
right.
yeah,
So when you get to the spiritual side of it, either it's good or it's bad.
yeah,
There is no in between. It's either
yeah,
good or bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? And listen, and I felt the struggle because I went there and I was like, no, but see, not him. His is cool because see, he talking good.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I went through that shit, man. And all that does is a lot of times, okay, let's take J. Cole. And I'm stepping out on a limb because I don't know for sure, but I'm 99%. I'm gonna say 98% sure. I think I'm right without even checking. And the Will Smith thing, I can almost guarantee. I will make that bet with you, by the way.
I'll answer
But
you. If you ask me, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep it real. Because I know all his shit. I literally
okay.
know every song he's put out.
So do he have any of that mess? You know what I'm saying? Comparing himself, I got more money than you. I got my meat bigger than yours. Any
No.
of that?
He might have said that one or 20 times.
And his first when he was an underground rapper before he came out. His first mainstream album, it does have some sexual undertones to it. The first one.
He was young.
You get to the second album, the third album, you get to mixtapes, none of that stuff is in there. So I will say that. His very first album, yeah.
Yeah, I would have to really. By the way, Nicole, I want to jump over a second. By the way, the mask was the bomb. It worked. I used it today when shopping. It was phenomenal. I appreciate it. But yeah, she gave me a mask. That joke where I don't know what's up with that mask. But no, but see, then we get drawn back in by those kind of songs and by those kind of artists. You know what I'm saying? That's the drawback. It pulls you right back in there. You know what I'm saying? So when you got something that's evil, it's evil on multiple levels, man. You know what I'm saying? You got some music that's okay, like they got the gateway drug. So I got a brother that was struggling with addiction, right? His addiction was other drugs, the real drugs, right? So then he told me, he said, man, you know what happened? I always think I can go back to the weed and smoke weed. And then that lead me right back to where I was again. And that's how I see music that's so-called clean, hip hop music that's so-called clean, because we know the intention. It got a name to it. It's called hip hop. Hip hop is a culture, and that has an intention, and the intention is not good. And it affects our community in very negative ways. Do you agree with that, Leland?
I do not. I really don't, because hip hop started in a real pure type of place, and hip hop has been used to kind of move things socially over its time when it's used in the right way. And like Darren was saying, it is a good creative outlet for brothers who don't have many outlets in the hood. I mean, I like to say this. I've winded down with kings and queens, slept in alleyways, eating pork and beans. When I go to the rich neighborhood and go to my rich friends' houses, I see so many outside of school activity parks clean, being maintained. And then you go back in the hood and our park ain't getting touched by nobody. You know what I'm saying? So the hip hop, basketball, football, all those things that is in it that don't take a lot of money to do is creative outlets for poor class. You got middle class people in this country who's getting into music because they can afford better equipment. So things are changing. I think the youth today is definitely more woke to the fakeness of the industry, in my opinion.
So whether you woke to it or not does not mean that does not dictate if it's evil or not. Just because you woke or sleep, it don't change the fact that what it's intended to do.
Well, how was Sugar Hill Gang evil?
But
How was what?
Sugar Hill Gang, a hip hop, the
Yeah,
hip hop.
I mean, I think everything has a good intention starting out.
yeah,
Because music back then, it was uplifting, like it was.
Public Enemy, Fight the Power. I mean, you got some powerful stuff in hip hop.
But
you
It's
do,
evil.
but the
Public Enemy is evil, man.
and I would think that I mean, I would honestly, I would say too that, like I said, the music started out for a lot of people just in a hurt place. It wasn't, I mean, you really don't think about if it's bad or good. You just rapping your experience. You rapping what you feel. You rapping. Now, is it whatever comes out their mouth? Yes, it's bad. When they talk about fussing, fighting, arguing, or whatever, all of it's negative. All of it's bad. But if you attack the music industry, or just purely on what's being said on the airways, then you would have to stop watching TV. You would have to stop watching all your favorite movies. You would have to stop watching. You would have to watch Pure Flicks. But anything else, because all of it, everything in the media glorifies sex and violence and whatever. Yeah. Every movie,
right.
Every comedy show. So
but
you have to stop
again,
watching everything.
But again, just because the TV shows got evil stuff too, and just because evil is going on in other places does not mean that does not change the fact that hip hop music and the culture overall is evil.
No, I don't change that fact. I agree with you.
Oh, okay.
But you can, but when you say just music, like when you said a while ago that you don't think people can not be affected by music, I can listen to it, and I promise you, I am not affected by music.
Same
just
here.
like I can watch TV and see somebody have a sex scene going on and not get horny. I can watch a lot of stuff and not be affected by it.
So it don't have no effect on you?
Huh?
It don't have no effect on you?
Now, if I listen to rap, absolutely not. I'm still gonna be a great husband, a great father, and I'm gonna teach my kids.
So the answer
that came out of there is wrong.
So the answer is no. It don't have no effect on you.
It don't have no effect on me.
So why you listen to it?
Because the beat.
Because it has an effect on you.
I like the beat.
Right.
But it ain't gonna make. I'm talking when I say effect. I'm talking about it ain't gonna make me go fight nobody, go shoot nobody, go kill nobody. Now everything. Music itself, if you like music, it moves you away.
So really do you think that if you plan it, it may have an effect on somebody around you listening to it?
Absolutely.
And that ultimately affects you because y'all live in the same community.
I don't do that. I don't blast music out. I'm way more mature than that. So
I'm not saying blasting. I'm just saying period. Like in your car, anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we like to say that, man, but dude, like if you listen, do we agree here that it's either good or bad?
Yes.
So so what is it? Is it good or bad?
It's both. It's good and bad. Internet is good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, okay. So I get what you're saying, but I'm in a different place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying my place is better or worse. I'm just in a different place. I have an understanding that it's good or it's bad. And I'm not saying that I do everything good. I had never said that at one time, but I do have an understanding that it's either good or it's bad.
So what about Lecrae?
I don't know him.
He's a gospel rap artist.
I'm like, yeah.
I don't know him. I'm not sure. I don't know him. You know, I don't know.
Well, any gospel rap, what is that glorifying Jesus?
I have not, to be honest with you, I have not heard not one gospel rapper overall that I think everything is positive about him. I haven't heard it. When I listen, I've heard it, I've listened to it, and it come off to me kind of the same way because they kind of like off into that they like got one, they on both sides of the fence. So that's how I see it.
I think it comes down to individual preference because it may affect you another way than it affects somebody else.
No, because I'm not. I have weaned myself off of it, and I just don't. I'm not really interested in it. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, dude. Like, listen, I'm not exaggerating. I get in my car and drive from Indiana all the way to Atlanta and don't listen to no music.
Don't you listen? No music at all? So you don't listen like no artists at the moment, or you listen to like some old school stuff? Or
I don't even listen. I don't have time to listen to music. I don't listen to music really. Like, my intro.
You might have some time there.
If I what?
If you're driving from Indiana to Atlanta, you might have a little time there.
I feel peaceful when I'm just quiet and just driving and just thinking.
What about you, Tony? You've been quiet for a minute.
Oh, I'm always quiet. I just don't want everybody to get their spiel out just so I can analyze the panel a little bit and see where everybody's head is. I listen to music. My go-to music is usually classic soul and R&B. Why? Because it feels good, right? And it sounds good. All right. It has I guess you could say, a positive effect on me. Like I told you earlier, I'm very conscious of everything else that I listen to. Like I said, I'm making a vow to to try to stray away from certain music that talk about, you know, violence against each other, because I feel like I have to practice what I preach. If I'm going to talk about all these issues that's going on within the Black community, I cannot be sitting up here bumping NBA Young Boy or the or any of those guys, any of these of those young folks. But when you're talking about effect on people that it has, I think it predominantly has an effect on teenagers, young folks. I have a lot of teenagers that's following me on Instagram and YouTube. I put a video out a couple days ago on Instagram, and I asked them, what is this new thing that you guys got when y'all walking around calling yourselves demons? Like all you niggas from Chicago and Baltimore, huh?
That's the drill rap I was talking about.
Yeah. So,
that's a new one on me.
But even in the city of Detroit, like I got a 15-year-old brother, and when he creates so many different IGs and shit, because I be on his ass about certain things, and he got the little purple evil emoji calling himself a demon child and all this other shit, and I'm like, what is this new shit that y'all doing? What the fuck is it? Why y'all so obsessed with dying and death? Like with the XXX Tentacion guy who talked about dying. That's all he ever talked about. Same thing with Pop Smoke and all these rappers that recently died, like the King Vons of the world. That's all they put out in the world was violence. I'm gonna fuck your bitch. I'm gonna set this nigga up. I'm gonna kill my op because this nigga said something. He hurt my motherfucking feelings. Like all this emotional shit that's going on with these niggas, and majority of them are raised without fathers. And that's another issue that we have within hip hop. That a lot of these artists are growing up without fathers in the home, and then on top of that, these same artists who are growing up without fathers in the home are going around bragging about having 6 and 7 baby mamas, like Lil Boosie, for example. Okay, rapper named Shawty Lo, God rest his soul. If y'all familiar with Shawty Lo, L.O., that guy, Future, who literally got big off of talking about popping perks and all kinds of drug habits and shit.
And he's got the Church of Misogyny.
Yeah, and so these brothers deserve a lot of criticism, and they deserve a lot of blame for the detriment of the Black community today in terms of the violence and the drug use, because like lean and shit has been around forever, right? It's been around. I think that was some Southside shit that they was doing, like down there in Houston. I think Darren, you would know that. I think that's when they right, because that's how Pimp C died over overdose of some lean or some shit like that, right? Yeah, and he's been doing that for years. But when Lil Wayne and like when I was in high school, I was 15, 16 years old at the time, when Lil Wayne started coming up with the double cup Tucci and shit and having purple shit in his drink, all of us.
Dang.
So what's that the good part?
Whatever. I know.
And these niggas are mixing these niggas are mixing motherfucking Sprite and cough syrup, and I ain't never seen this shit in person a day of my life. I thought you just some TV shit. So hip hop definitely does have an effect, because those cats would not be doing that shit if they had not seen Lil Wayne and the rest of them niggas doing that shit and walking around with their eyes always fucking closed, putting tats all over their face, looking like fucking demons. You know, so that all of that shit is a big problem, and it does play a factor on the kids the most. On the kids the most.
Can I ask you a question about it, D. Tony? How do you think they got there? You think they just all of a sudden, boom, let's act like demons?
I think how they got there.
Was it, or was it the hip hop that we call clean, or was that the gateway to where we at today?
The clean hip hop was a gateway to that.
Okay.
Everything is a gateway, though.
Yeah.
And you got to find the gateway, and the gateway is the clean hip hop. So if the gateway is the clean hip hop, then I mean,
I'm going to show you this. This is literally everything in life can have an evil or negative element to it. Everything. Like politics is supposed to be something where the politicians do what's in best interest of the people. Over time, that turned evil. Christianity, supposed to be, it is. Let me not even say supposed to be, because I'm a follower of Jesus, but I believe in following the 10 commandments and living the life the way he said, love above all. So you have that pure message. And then here you got a bunch of different prosperity preachers that do molestation in the church on girls and boys, because it's prevalent in Black churches. They come and distort what's pure. So I think everything has a pure beginning. Everything does. And people distort it and make it evil. Yep. Christianity started out as love. I'm going to love my neighbor. And now you got 1,000 different. How many Christian? I don't even know how many Christians are walking around now.
Yeah. I think even humans are like that, though. You know, you got the body, you got the flesh, you got the thing that's antagonistic toward God. But then if you're able to call on the blood of Jesus Christ, you got a Holy Spirit inside of you. You know, you got two wars going on even within the body. You know, so that's why I really don't listen to it, because I want to keep myself spiritually strong. But if I ever hear it in my car, it ain't gonna never affect me, because my spirit man is strong. I know I'm gonna leave this body. I know that I'm a Holy Spirit. I'm a light inside of this body. And this body gonna go back to the dust. But the stuff that make me feel good and bounce like that, that's called flesh stuff. You know, that's all body stuff. But when you learn how to control your body and you learn how to control your mind, you learn how to control your thoughts, and you are able to fast and worship and pray and lift your spirit man up, you can control the body. If you can't control the body will go around doing whatever it wants to do. It'll have sex, it'll take drugs, it'll jam whatever music it wants to, because it's antagonistic toward God. But when you live and walk in the Holy Spirit, you can tell your body when to shut up. You can tell your body, I'm not doing this. You can tell your body, I'm not eating that. You can tell your body, I'm working out today. You know, you gotta have self-control.
Go ahead, Pastor. Go ahead.
That's how I feel about life. Like,
yeah,
there's evil all around us. Like, what we do, commentate. It's definitely used for evil, because people have twisted what we have said and been like, nah, they're lying to y'all. They're trying to get money off of y'all when they're the ones benefiting off of people, and we're actually trying to help. So there's a good can't exist without evil, just like evil can't exist without good.
Right. I was just about to say evilness is always going to exist as long as humans exist, as long as any living creature is going to exist, because you can't have one without the other.
I think we all agree that evil is going to exist regardless.
Period.
But the thing is that I think that most of us on the panel has already admitted that hip hop is evil.
It's definitely evil, especially today.
So if it's evil, then, and I acknowledge that it's evil, then I need to be real with myself and make a decision and say if I'm going to indulge in it or not.
I disagree.
Then I can't agree to that, because I don't think every hip hop artist is evil. Right. I just don't.
Not every. Not
Kid Cudi, and Kid Cudi has
listening to him.
Kid Cudi has had fans come out and say, "Man, your music saved my life." Like, Kid Cudi was one of the first artists to come out and really talk about emotions as a black man and say things are bothering me. It's all about who you choose. Kids are going to gravitate to kind of what their friends listen to. You have all different segments in high school. Everybody know that. You got the nerds, you got the jocks, you got the bullies, you got this. And all of those little segments, they all listen to their own version of hip hop. Some people like that rowdy nuck if you buck shit. Some people like someone that's actually speaking something, like J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and a lot of other cats that's out there. So to say that all of hip hop is evil is just to me, it's kind of incorrect. You got people using it for wrong reasons and people making quick money by selling bullshit, yes. But you got that in every industry and every music. You know, so I mean, that's just kind of like.
Okay. Oh, I'm not saying that you don't. I mean, we talking about hip hop. Yeah. You know, listen, it's the same thing when people say, when we talk about black, and I'm not trying to shift the conversation, but I just want to make an example real quick. When we talk about black on black crime, the first thing people say, but it's white on white crime too. We're not talking about white on white crime.
Oh my God. Yes. That's always my argument. Yeah.
What we're talking about is hip hop. Now, I'm just saying, man, listen, I'm not knocking how nobody feel. I'm just saying that if you just face reality, man, like I'm willing to bet and I'm not for sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm willing to bet that you can't pull up a J. Cole album and he don't have no evil in it.
I told you his first album, he talks about sex.
Even
there
his
is no
album.
evil. There is none. I let my children listen to this.
J. Cole talk about folding clothes with your wife.
All right. Let me. Can I ask a question really to everybody?
Sure.
I want to just ask this quick question, and it's relating to this topic. If you have a friend, right? Let's just say it's you and two friends, and one of those friends just so happened to rob the other friend, but you constantly still hang around the friend that did the robbing, and then the other friend, the victim, finds out about that, and he sees that you are still hanging around with that individual. Will he be wrong for accusing you of guilty of association? Because like you knew he robbed me, but yet you still.
Hold on. Say it again. I want to make sure I got it right.
He froze.
He was freezing. Yeah, it was clattering to me all the damn.
When you assume,
Okay, so look, so when you talk about, so when you talk about like hip hop and everybody is evil, so
damn.
No, I didn't say everybody was evil. That's not what I don't. If I said that, I misquoted myself.
Well, when you say hip hop, he's got to come back.
Because I was
come back, redo it. When you say hip hop is evil, and this was my counter to you, hip hop covers a whole lot.
A whole lot. That's right.
Like when we say does hip hop influence culture? Absolutely, but the tag hip hop is not under the genre that these rappers are coming out of. They have a whole different genre that they have built called drill rap, and that's where they call each other demons. It's rapping for clout. They literally get on a record, rap about a murder that they did, and it's all for clout. You have that rap, and you have conscious rap, and a lot of conscious rap is BS too.
Yo, can I just quote a J. Cole song real quick? One of my favorite quotes from him.
Sure.
All right, so just real quick, this is one of the last part of the song. He says, "How mama gonna teach you how to save your money when she barely on the boat got stay afloat money? Blacks always broke because we don't know money. Spend it before we get it, and can never hold money. No wallets, nah, nigga. We'd rather fold money. Money control niggas. White man control money. Laughing like, yeah, my nigga, go get your money." So he consciously talks about money, and he try to educate Black folks and Black listeners of his music to a degree of like a college course in a way. One of his albums, if you really listen to it, you can learn some stuff. And I think for a lot of young guys out there, a lot of educated Black guys in the hood who may not resonate with trap music or whatever, J. Cole is their home. And that's an artist that speaks to them.
I can find some Lil Wayne quotes that sound just as positive or more positive than that.
Ooh, I'm going to disagree with you all the way. Go ahead. You got to do this right now.
Yeah,
Because I love Wayne. I grew up listening to Wayne, and he ain't got nothing positive going on.
Listen, trust me, he got some stuff that he said that you can depict as positive.
Nah.
I mean, listen. It's my opinion. This is me. I'm not flirting with it. It ain't worth it.
I think.
You know
I would try to see what's the difference is if I took J. Cole's actual lyrics and put them in a book and then put it in the library and let a kid open up. Well, I would tell that kid, go open up a book and read it. And if he read a lot of J. Cole lyrics, it will be positive, uplifting stuff. But because it's in the hip hop with the beat and stuff behind it, it get that negative connotation, like it all is the same thing.
Well,
but it's really not. The words are what's matter.
Okay, so let me answer your question. So music can be demonic without words.
Yeah, that beat.
Yeah.
Yes.
And music influence you. Music is the I think I'm correct on this. According to studies, music is the only thing that can influence you without your consent. So that's the difference. That's one of the differences, is it being in a book and being on an album and you listen to it with music on it, because the music behind it is what actually turned it into hip hop.
That's not true. Because I've heard people put gospel music. I've heard people rap to gospel music. So it's the words. In the beginning was the word. Words are the most powerful thing you could ever use. You can speak negative to an orange long enough and you will see it decay. The words that come out of your mouth, the words that come through the airways are more powerful than the music itself, because and you can rap over somebody that wrote, you can take a Fred Hammond music, a melody, and put a rap to it, and now it's negative.
But I wasn't done though. I was just telling you that one of the differences between when you put music to it, because music can be evil and demonic and carry demonic spirits with no words.
That means
you know that
music. That is a fact.
That's
hold on,
true.
hold on. So he asked me a question. So you saying, so what makes it better if you just put it on paper? I mean, it's if it ain't right, it ain't right. If it's right, it is. You know what I'm saying?
Words.
And yeah, it's
So
words.
if I put a beat together right now and I put it out, is the beat that I just made evil?
It depends on the intention.
Yeah, it depends on the beat.
Thank you. The intention. So we
Right.
can't label a whole group and say it's evil when
Because the intent not
you don't
evil.
know the intention. J. Cole's intentions
So I
are
get
evil.
go ahead, just face it.
Okay, so it's just, here's the thing. Let's take a game. Bloods. I just pick one out. Bloods, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I decide to go up under that gang and say, listen, I'm a blood, but I don't do these things. I don't do certain things. I don't do this. I don't do that. Listen, you just put yourself under a evil organization or something that's evil. And if you don't identify with that, why are you allowing yourself to be called a blood? Just say that I'm not in that.
Can I answer that real quick?
Yeah.
All right, real quick. I hate to sound corny, but one of the OGs in Pensacola, Florida, where I used to live, put me on game on stuff real. This guy was locked up in and out or whatever, and he was like, man, you don't get in the streets unless that's your last resort. You don't get in the streets unless you already put in a bunch of applications and you already tried to get a job and you already tried to do it the right way. That's when you get into the streets.
That's a lie.
Yeah, that's a lie.
You
can ask Darren.
Yeah, that's definitely a lie.
But for me, that was his perspective of his hood in Pensacola, Florida. So that's what they respected in his hood in Pensacola, Florida.
That was an excuse.
You had opportunities to go do stuff. You go do that. Don't take the money from people who don't have the opportunity on the street. So that was his thing. So for what you saying, getting into a music game and saying you claim the Bloods is going to check you faster before the music business do. You can't claim that you're a part of the Bloods and don't really rep it, because that's a problem. Just like if you say you're a Mason and you're not.
That's a lie too.
Okay. All right.
It is.
Okay.
I was born. So me and my brothers was born in the hood. We was raised in it. We was born in it. Out the womb, we went to the hood. So that's just that was a lot of our lifestyle. I remember my older brothers. They like 3 years older than me. They got jumped into Vice Lords, and I was like 10 years old, and don't have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just following along with my brothers. They jump all of us in. Now I've never engaged in none of the activity, but I was already engrafted in as the guy as in the hood, because that's just our environment, But I mean, I never done anything that that my brothers was engaged in, so it was just like a family thing, though. So I mean, it's it ain't always the case with that guy told you. It's just we raised in it.
Yeah, he told you a lie.
I want to go. I kind of want to go back to what Just Face was talking about when he was talking about music is the music alone is evil, and then Darren's point was that was it the word? I will raise this question.
Why
you watch movies and there's a scene going on?
Yo, come back. Hurry up. Come back. Hurry up.
Jesus Christ.
He's talking as soon as he gets back.
Soon he like this shit.
Come on, man. No, this is good discussion because a lot of people are scared to have it. I'm not though.
It's good and bad, man. You got these young cats out here.
Hurry up, get it out.
I'm so fucking tired of AT&T, dog. But we can't get Xfinity in this complex. But anyway, but you could be watching a movie and there's a scene that's taking place and there's no words being spoken, but there's a certain score and it gives the scene a certain vibe or whatever, right? Now, it can make you feel sad, mad, wherever the tension is. Now, if you take that same scene, and if you add words to it, do you think it had the same effect? And no, just words and no music. Will it have the same effect?
Okay, if you take a movie scene and just play music with no words, would it have the same effect?
Yeah.
No,
For example, if you watch the movie Halloween And when Michael Myers is walking through, right, and you hear the music, but he ain't saying a damn thing, but you hear the music going on, it puts you in this fearful mood or whatever the case may be. But if there's no music and he's just walking with a mask on and a knife, you ain't really all that terrified, are you? So let him say, "I'm going to get you. I'm going to kill you."
That's not true. That's not true. Again, let's be real. Listen, how many times you watch a scary movie and they didn't say shit? Don't.
Sometimes they got the music.
And you scared the motherfucker, right? Okay, you scared the motherfucker. So don't. Okay, listen. So hold on. You asked me a question. I want to answer you.
Did I freeze again?
You froze again. You scared just from the sound, bro. They ain't said a word. Am I lying? I'm lying, everybody?
No, you tell the truth.
You hear the dog,
right?
You know it's a coming.
No, right. That's my saying. So just face it. So here's what I'm asking you. So you say that music is more powerful than the words, right? Just face it.
I said, I said based upon study, music has the authority to enter into your conscience without permission, and music can be evil. You asked me, hold on. Music can be evil without words. Yes, I said that. That's what I said.
Okay, yeah. So that's the point that I agree with, because you could take these same raps, right, and you could just play the beat and you can get a certain vibe from it. But if you play an acapella with just the verse, it ain't the same vibe. So that's what I'm saying. The music is more powerful than the actual words.
So are we talking about music? Are we talking about acapella music? Or are we talking about music with lyrics and music?
I was talking about the point that y'all two was disagreeing on, say, because one said one is stronger than the other, but I think that the music is more powerful than the actual words.
The music is more powerful. I would have to, and I might want to retract on this statement, but answering you right away and without putting a lot of thought into it, I would have to agree with that. Because if the music has the authority to reach into your conscience without permission, then I would probably deem that more powerful.
So can someone I would say intention? I'm sorry.
I would say I would disagree with that, because you can have the music like if you play the piano, you can have a dark note like a doom, and you have that Michael Myers, and he'll be walking, and they'll intentionally put a darker, heavy note with that because that intent is there. But if you can say doom, and I can come in and say, "I love you with everything in me. You got my whole heart in my mind." You change the intent of that thing, man. It'll become a romance thing.
Yeah, but the
thing. So you can change it with words.
But the energy is still dark.
Dark tone. That's why I put on Michael Myers music, but I got a puppy on the screen. You be like, "That's an evil fucking puppy."
Yeah. So it's like the theme of it is still dark.
Now, real quick, hip hop.
But that same thing can be romance.
Hip hop.
Ain't nobody gonna view it as romance though. Your subconscious is not gonna allow you to view it as romance. Go
back and listen to some of that old school music, man.
I do.
Hold on. What? Yeah, but you're saying romance. But romance to what degree are they singing about cheating with somebody's wife?
Back on the intent. So music do have an intent.
You got hip hop guys out there, but the kids are going to listen to what is hot and what's cool. You know, like for me in 5th grade, it was a guy that came to my class. He had a whole little rap about beating the meat test in Michigan. He had this whole little rap like, "Come on, everybody, let's put our brain caps on," and all this other shit. And I remembered a lot of the stuff he said through that song. So when I hear that hip hop altogether is evil, it's just, for me, it's just a little over. Some stuff in the hip hop world is bad, but you got cats out there that's either just trying to make money for a label or they really trying to express themselves. Rick Ross is a good example, because when he stepped out of line and talked about date rape, all of his sponsors left him. Everybody dropped him. But while he was talking about killing black people, they all supported him. So, these guys have a puppet, figure in their life, and they have a boss. Even though he like to pretend he the big boss, he has a boss, and he says, "Hey, the thugging music that worked for us, keep doing it."
Okay, I worked in the industry. I used to run a really big indie label, Trap and Harmony. Jay Luciano. He actually had dealings. We had dealings with Rick Ross. I will say, being on the inside of that industry, it is smoke and mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're signing up for when you get in. You know you're going to have to fit a certain mold. You know what the labels are looking for. You know what's hot. So you are actively making a choice to make that kind of music.
That's
if
right.
you want to be successful and make money, you're going to do this. That's when your moral compass comes involved and you're like, nah, I'm not selling out. I want to rap, but I'm not selling out doing this shit. That's the why and the road that a lot of these young dudes come from. And they don't have people, label heads, A&Rs that are like, you don't got to sign this. Go over here, look at this label and see if they give you a shot. Ain't nobody down here telling these young boys they have options with their contracts. Build your own. You got the Breakfast Club that shits on young rappers and say, well, you didn't have to sign the deal. Well, what role model is telling them don't sign these shitty deals? You know who's doing that? Kanye West and J. Cole. You know what they get labeled as? Crazy ass evil rappers.
Hey, Sonny, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Since you was like in the industry and you worked for some stuff, how do you feel that like the internet has changed hip hop like in the last 10 years, giving younger artists just a platform right away?
It's given them the opportunity to become entrepreneurs. Absolutely. It's given them the opportunity to go the indie route. And a lot of them do. But indie is a lot of out-of-pocket expenses. After a while, you're putting out merch, you're putting out your music. You get pennies to $1 for streams. You gotta be making billions of streams like Chris Brown to even benefit that type of money from album sales now, because nobody's going to buy a physical copy.
Nope.
So you got to tour, you got to put merch out, you got to be forever going with the trend. The train gets tired if it don't pick up momentum. So I can understand why they go sign these 360 deals, because I can have my label, but I'm gonna be signed through you, and when it comes time for my check, I'm getting fucked.
Mm-hmm. But
you don't have people that are willing to help in the industry. It's cutthroat. What you gonna do for me? That's what it is. I had to distance myself from it because the industry itself is extremely evil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's hard for me to kind of discuss it or debate it because I can't do it without the spiritual in it. It's just, I can't do it. Gotcha. It's too difficult. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and so when you bring in the spiritual side of it, it's real simple.
I just watch young guys get fucked.
It's either it's hot or cold, good or bad. That's it. So, I want to know like who would call hip hop holy.
It's not holy.
It's not holy at all.
It's not holy.
I used to shoot videos for Christian rappers all the time, and these guys make sure they try to get the message of God through their music out. So there is some holy Christian hip hop out there, and also there's a difference between rap and hip hop.
Absolutely.
There's a difference between, you got a rapper and you got an MC.
Okay, so is J. Cole a rapper or is he hip hop?
He's an MC. He's hip hop. He's not rap. He's hip hop.
Okay.
Rap, you only do it good for the money. I would call Migos rapper.
That's rap.
Yeah, that's rap for sure.
What's the difference? And no, this is a serious question. What's the difference?
Migos are making club bangers. People just want to pop. They don't. Put it on. Put that beat on. Are we getting paid off this? Yeah. J. Cole is going to do an essay for you in his album. He's going to put some real thinking behind it, and you're going to see his creativity and his wordplay, how he set up his lyrics, how he set up his song. That's art. That's an art form. And now you got club music who just want to make a quick buck.
Yeah,
who just want to get that hit, and they're doing that so they can get sponsorships. They're not making money off album sales. They're making money off endorsements, sponsorships, and all this other stuff.
Yeah, a lot of them rappers is just when you go in the industry that quick and they throw that much money at you, especially when they go to the hood and stuff and get the rappers. Man, you want to come out the hood so bad, you want to make it out of there so bad. If they offer you $500,000 or $1 million to come and put yourself on display, your soul is sold. Those are the rappers. But when you got people that really take it as an artistry like a J. Cole, that's a different kind of guy. You just can't offer him anything. He'll take anything. You got to actually work with him like a businessman. But when you just hungry and you ready to grind and you're trying to survive and make it, man, they'll offer you anything, and you be like, yeah, I'll do it. And you get talk about sex, violence, drugs, whatever. You don't care.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Have J. Cole ever put out any club bangers?
All of his music are club bangers because it's J. Cole. You can put on any J. Cole song and he can be talking about love and you're gonna dance to it. This entire album is a diary from his best friend.
But I'm asking,
who was a gangster. Go ahead. I couldn't hear you. You're breaking up again.
But I'm asking specifically, has he ever made any song that was a club banger, like specifically for the club? Have you ever done that?
Who you asking?
Think about it. Go ahead. Take your time. Take your time.
I think he made more music for radio than like clubs. Some of his songs are played.
But has he ever made a club banger? Just one.
He featured on a couple of tracks that was like a club banger.
I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
He featured on some, like when he was first getting out there, because he signed under Jay-Z and everything. So
Rock Nation.
Yeah, Rock Nation. He did do some features to get his name out there.
But I will say his first album.
Yeah, even
his first mainstream album.
Yeah, he keep it true to himself still.
Cold World, The Sideline Story. That was his first mainstream album. Can't Get Enough, club banger. What else was it? The song with Missy Elliott, Nobody's Perfect, club banger. That was his first album. Workout, that was a club banger. His first album. Every album after that consistently does not have. He's talking about his experience in the industry. It's almost like he's giving game to the young boys. Like, look, this is what you're going to encounter when you get here. I'm giving you the math before you get here. Even in The Middle Child, that's my favorite rap song. He talks about watching the younger generation come up, and he wishes they had more guidance. But he's almost like, who the fuck am I? Because I'm still learning myself. So, club bangers, Sideline Story, absolutely.
I think I'm more with Corey on that one because honestly I don't even listen. I've heard J. Cole stuff, but I'm not an avid listener to it. Now, like 90% of the time, just because of who I am and the journey I'm going, I listen to gospel music or some type of worship music. The other 5% of the time, if I'm like at the gym or something like that, or I just feel like it's a Saturday morning, I'll put on some Lecrae or some kind of gospel artist. The other 5% of the time, I'm listening to R&B. So I mean, I don't really like no rap really like that. But I mean, it is hard to take the position that all hip hop is bad. It's hard to take that position.
Yeah, because you're not looking at it from a spiritual standpoint. I'm saying, is the culture evil or is the culture holy?
It's evil.
Certain parts.
So it's like this. It's like what is your favorite movie?
I don't have you want to know something that's weird, and I'm gonna tell you something. This honest to God truth. I don't watch TV. I'm gonna tell you what I watch when I watch TV. I watch Jesse Lee Peterson and boxing.
That's amazing.
Now, boxing. Now come on now. What is the culture of that?
Hey, I didn't debate was it evil or not. I said I watched it.
Is it a good to it? You watch it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't. That's something to think about. I don't know.
It's the same thing with hip hop.
No, but listen. No. Listen. Again, I didn't say it was evil or not. I just answered the question that's what I watch. I don't watch movies. I'm not finna sit here and defend if it's evil or not. And when I sit down and think about that, if I determine that it's evil, I'm not going to get on here and say, well, no, it ain't evil because what about this and what about, I'm just saying it's evil, but I choose to watch it.
Hey, Corey,
and that's where I think that we having a problem at, is that we don't want to admit what's really going on because we don't want to stand up to it.
So filmmaker, I'm hurt you don't watch movies.
Huh?
As a filmmaker, I'm hurt that you don't watch movies.
No, listen, bro. This honest guy. I it's hard for me to watch movies now. I don't even like. I can't explain it. I'm just not interested. Right. In the last couple of years, this is no lie. I even stopped watching sports, man. The only sport I watch now is boxing. And it's not that I'm saying I don't want to watch it because I'm godly and I'm holy. I just don't watch it because I'm just not interested in watching it. Right. And I'm busy doing other things.
I don't think so. When we say that hip hop is evil, we're not talking about this particular person or this particular artist is evil. Just overall, hip hop is evil.
Right. So so thanks for clearing that up. So maybe that's where we at. We're saying overall, the hip hop culture is evil.
We're not saying J. Cole is evil, but that whole the culture of hip hop is evil.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Now that I agree with.
Yeah, so that's what we're
Yeah, see, I don't know J. Cole enough to say if he. I don't listen to the dude.
Do you think that's
You know
like
what I'm
the
saying?
natural progression though for like humans? Like, when you're a teenager, you tend to listen to music your parents don't like. You tend to kind of find your voice and your kind of identity to the music. You may listen to music that your brothers listen to, your sisters listen to, your mama listen to. And then once you get older, and then you get older, and you get older, by the time you hear something that a teenager is playing, it's like, what is this garbage? Like I got two nephews that's in their 20s. They just turned 20. And when they put on the music they listen to now, I'm like, oh boy, and I feel,
You know what I don't.
hey, let me put on this song from 2002. It's a real banger. So isn't that kind of the natural progression of things?
I don't know. I guess it depends on the individual person, but I will say this, from what you say, I don't understand why people say, I hear it all the time. It's kind of weird to me when people say, man, this new rap is garbage. Before it was this. I mean, if you look at it, man, the new rap sound better. Shit, it sound better. I don't give a damn if they use machines and stuff. It sound better than old rap.
It's all about sounding good. It's all about sounding good.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know where that comes from. So, like, even if you listen to the music that your parents used to listen to, I used to like that because they had the little what they call them, the records, and they used to play them. It had a little sound to it, and I used to listen, and I liked that stuff, right? But now, when I got older, I compared that sound to how the music sound now, and the music now sound better to me.
Man, Corey, I'm about to kick you over.
It does.
It do.
What?
What? No, you did not.
Did he leave or you take him out?
Okay,
No,
hold on. Okay, I got a question for you, Suni. Do you listen to new music more than you listen to old school music?
No.
You listen to old school music more?
Yes.
You probably one of the very few.
I did not listen to none of this. No.
Man, look.
Y'all know y'all want to know what my favorite songs of all, not of all time, but one of my favorite songs is, like, top 5. Black Brother by Angie Stone. I love that shit. I love all the music with black women uplifting black men. I love that shit.
Can we talk about why Neo?
Hey, it has just face it. It has an effect on me, brother. Hearing black women talk like that about black men, oh my god.
At least you keep it got an effect on you, right? That's why you listen to it. But if music don't have an effect on you, I don't know why you would listen to it.
Antonio, real quick, this is like a personal story. There's an India RE song out called Brown Skin. My wife has been very gracious, and when she's seen that song, she says light skin instead of brown skin. So I appreciate that for her doing that extra step for me.
Yeah.
Well, she's being biased.
Don't worry, man. Suni and Marlon is always calling me light glass and light skin. Don't worry about it. We're on the same team. We're on the same team right there.
Yeah, that's what's going on by Marvin Gaye.
It's actually not what's going on. You don't know your music.
No, I do know it because I heard it in Tupac's biopic, Tupac Resurrection. That was the first time I heard it.
Y'all don't know this song.
I can't hear it.
I know the song.
Inner City Blues.
Yeah, I know the song, but I didn't know the name of it. What's going on?
I prefer old school.
See, we need more cats like Marvin Gaye, Bill Withers. We need more cats like that, bro.
No, we don't, because Marvin Gaye was a crackhead.
Hey, you don't got a problem.
No, he did not.
He said he was a crackhead.
Marvin Gaye was a crackhead. That's why his daddy shot his ass, because he doing that damn crack.
Some of the best musicians was crackheads.
Son, you can sing, but you're a fucking crackhead. Stop having these niggas come to my wife's house talking about where Marvin at and shit. Fuck that shit. Damn. He was a crackhead. Right, man. No disrespect to Marvin Gaye to anybody watching.
No disrespect.
Oh god.
We need more music.
I feel like you challenged me a little bit.
He pulled your car, buddy. He pulled your car.
You
Show
did,
man.
man. Look at this.
Hey, that Stevie Wonder as is like that's my girl's new favorite song. Cause she was reading the lyrics to what they were saying. She was like, damn.
Dang, Corey, this ain't for me.
Hey, Steve,
Oh god.
do we need to explain what pull your card means to like your white audience? You know what that means?
I don't know if I'm gonna pull y'all's card just yet. So you enjoy, you don't enjoy, but you think the music sounds better now than it did in the past.
Yeah. For the overall, yep. The beats,
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is what I think. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion.
R&B. What are you talking about specifically?
Just the beats. You know what I'm saying? The way they sound, the way it sound. I mean,
overall
it
music.
just overall music. It's just the way it sound.
Because
Because listen, and this is what I struggle with.
Mm-hmm.
I came to the realization that it is no good, and we can keep making excuses about it all day long. Like we can go to from now to next year, right? And we can still go to any black community or where it's being used at, and we can see the effects on it. And period, it's hands down, it's clear, crystal clear. So I first went through the phase of like, man, I don't want to let it go because it had a hold on me. Because it sound and it feel so good. I remember one time specifically, I quit listening to it, and then I went to Myers, and some young cat had it, and he had it was Lil Wayne in the car, and he was banging it, and man, it sounded so good. I was like, damn, I'm about to go back to listen to that music, and I fought it. You know what I'm saying? I really did. I said, man, I ain't doing it. I had to focus right. And I beat it, and I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And so now I don't desire it. But when I did, it sounded better to me than the old school music.
Have you always listened to rap?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's why you feel that way.
Yeah.
I can 100%
Exactly.
understand why you feel the way you do.
Wait. You mean have I listened to only rap?
I'm saying in your experience of listening to music, you prefer rap.
No, I used to prefer R&B.
You used to prefer R&B.
Yeah. And then I kind of went back and forth, you know what I'm saying? I went through phases, you know what I'm saying? Then when I thought, I was getting a little grown, I was like, I'm an R&B dude, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. But I went back and forth, you know what I'm saying? But I would probably say that rap had the most influence on me, yeah.
Who was your artist in R&B, Corey, if you don't mind me asking? Who was your top 5?
Man, I know I used to like Boyz II Men. I used to like Boyz II Men. I forgot the name of them. It was 3 of them. Man, I forgot, man. I can't even name no rappers no more, man. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Like music is not my. Now I like now. Okay, if I do turn on some music and I'm on a highway and say I got my kids in the car with me or something, I prefer to listen to country music.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I like country. Dude, like what the wrong with this nigga? No, but I like listening to country music.
We're going.
I like punk rock. I had in 2010. I was the only guy in the hood in the city, west side of Detroit, with Green Day's 21st Century Breakdown album. And I know all 22 songs by heart.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Let's talk about that for a second. How like in the hood, you feel you're an outcast if you like to venture out and listen to different music.
You are.
I grew up.
I like
that's why it shouldn't come to nobody's surprise that I voted for Trump.
I'm not going that far. I still got logic. No, the thing is, like in the hip hop community, if you not listen to like 10 songs and you try to put them up on something else, it's like it's like vegetables, man. It's like they just don't want to fuck with it. And I know a couple of cats who really live by hip hop, and I think it's very important to everyone who's listening right now. If you look at it as wrestling, all right, as an entertainment, as characters, as gimmicks, as someone is saying, hey, go do this, go do that, and let's get some views and let's get some likes, do an outlandish video. It's all entertainment business. So
it's still evil.
You really did go through it, and usually their first album is their best album, and then their second, third, and fourth and fifth is for the studio. And it's just using their name for what it is. Now, but again, there's exceptions to the rules in some cases. But a lot of these cats get used up quick for what they worth, and then get tossed to the wolves and let them fend for themselves. But hip hop in general, I think has done positives and negatives for the Black community. Probably more negatives than positives.
Absolutely, more negative.
But definitely there is still some positives there. Like Nas, I Think I Can, or Yes I Can. And that's a dope track that I can't wait to play for my kids, in the future.
Even that message, even see, I get where Corey and D'Antonio are. If you're talking about hip hop and what's being plastered to the public, you can't ride the fence there. You just can't. Nas, I Know I Can. It's mixed. It sends a mixed message. Yes, he's talking. He's empowering the youth, saying you came from kings and queens. You were never porch monkeys. He's also pushing that Black conscious bullshit. I'm gonna speak up against that because I am the product of the single angry Black woman. I lived the experience, and that message that he's pushing is false. We came from America.
But it seems, but when you're not really focusing and paying attention, it seems like it's so positive.
It does. And that's why I feel it doesn't affect me. I'm on board with Karen.
You know it'd be a good show to do.
What?
To take certain songs and artists and just play it, and then let's just see where it's at for real and dissect it.
But when we say affect, that's what we mean by affect. Like when you grow up in the hood, you see music affect people. You will see people go out there and kill over the music. But it's just like if I take a shot, of course it's a shot, but it ain't gonna affect me. Now somebody else could take that and they'll be drunk, or somebody else can put on rap music and they'll be that's their thing, but it don't affect me like that. You can put on rap music all day long and I'll vibe to the beat. But I ain't finna go out there and be in a zone where I'm ready to go kill nobody, go fight, go shoot nobody, and all that.
But didn't earlier you say sometimes shit when you listen to music you be ready to fight? Like
I'm talking about back in the day, but I'm talking about now as you grow spiritually.
Because I'm talking
about as you grow spiritually, man. It shouldn't be affecting you. But hell, every last one of us done dumb shit when we was younger.
Absolutely.
So everybody had effect on. But when you grow and mature.
We still do dumb shit.
Shouldn't have an effect on you like that.
Hey, we still do dumb shit, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
But Darren, that's the great point, though. It's like kind of got to know how you handle your liquor, you know how you handle your hip hop. Like, for example, like I grew up on Little John era, so like crunk music, and the same music that made me want to fight in these little teen clubs. Now, if I'm lifting weights, I put that on. And that's a totally different vibe because it is aggressive. So now you can use that energy to your benefit if you know how it has that effect on you.
So this would be a good question then. So I don't smoke crack because I think it's a bad thing, right? But let's just say I just happen to say, you know what, I'm gonna try some crack, and it had no effect on me, none whatsoever.
Right.
Then what am I smoking it for?
Maybe you did it wrong.
Huh? Say maybe I did it wrong.
No, we're not saying it don't have an effect on us.
I ain't never even cracked yet.
I think you're saying like the no effect part. We're not saying it don't have no effect on us, but it don't affect us to the point where we're ready to go do something crazy. Everybody want to vibe out every now and again and kind of nod our head. Yeah,
vibe out to what?
Us, but it ain't
for what?
Huh?
For what?
Just
what's
to
the purpose? Yeah. See that? Okay,
so it's the same thing that boxing does for you. Why watch it?
Because it's very entertaining to me, and I like to see the challenge and I like to see one.
Entertaining to us, and we like it.
Yeah,
but it don't make me want to go out and go put on no gloves, go beat nobody up. Do it.
It make me want to box a little bit here and there. I shadow box when I'm by myself. I don't want nobody to see me because I be moving kind of slow. But yeah.
Why your hip hop so aggressive, Corey? Damn, get some.
But why what?
Why your hip hop so aggressive?
Why is hip hop so aggressive?
Why your hip hop so aggressive? I ain't never put a song goes like I gotta fight right now.
No, but I'm gonna tell you this. Listen. When I was a youngster and I was doing my thing, right? Look, let me give you an example. Say you taking something, you doing something, right? I would play that music to get me through. It'll make me feel like you're not getting caught. You know what I'm saying?
That was
you're not gonna get caught. No. I'm talking about me. You're right. I'm talking about me, but I'm saying that I'm just giving you an example, and I know that music and everything affect everybody differently. But I'm giving you one of the reasons why I don't mess with it. You know what I'm saying? And then I used to always carry my gun. Y'all know what I'm talking about on here. Carry my gun right under my left leg, right? So when I had that music playing, man, I felt like, motherfucker, you better not look at me wrong.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It just puts you in a whole different mode. And listen, and for the record, that's not even my character.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy that want to go shoot somebody. I'm not that guy that you're gonna just push over because you might get shot. But I'm not that guy that's looking for somebody to shoot. But sometimes when you got that music, boom, boom, man, you feel tough.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if you deny it, you lying. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that's why when I've been telling people for years, right? This is no lie. Like in the city where I live, I say, people, we ride. Don't go to the gas station. I ain't going to the gas station. Because people at the gas station got the music banging. I see them cats banging that music. I'm scared of them. You know why? Because I know how it used to make me feel, and I'm nice.
That's kind of like me saying, like I listen to a lot of worship music. So that's like saying if I'm at the gas station and I got Fred Hammond busting out loud, if you hear that, you gonna bust out and cry because that's what it makes me do. I cry.
Exactly.
But I'm saying everybody's not gonna do that just by walking by my car and listening to it.
I didn't say that. I made it clear. I made it clear that. I thought I made that very clear that I wasn't talking about everybody. I was talking about me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is,
but your other argument, well, you changed it when you said that all hip hop is bad. It's like, you can't say that because it's a personal effect on people. It's all a personal thing. But overall, I agree with you that the culture of it is negative because when you look at like BET, when you listen to Breakfast Club, when you listen to look at who Joe Biden them putting up and the whole culture of it right now is absolutely demonic and evil and everything else.
Yes, indeed.
I do like
even the shade rooms, all the talk.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this though, a serious question. If you took hip hop and the whole culture from Black people, how would that affect us?
Oh, I think we rise.
Okay, so that I guess that's the bottom line.
We'll pick up guitars
again. You got to classify what was hip hop though. You can't just say like all of hip hop.
I'm just saying if you took all of it away, period. If you took it all away,
then Justin Timberlake could pick it up.
So you think that wouldn't have a positive effect on the Black community?
Taking it all away?
Yeah.
We'll find another way to
yes. To answer your question, yes, it would have a positive effect if you took away all hip hop.
I
don't know why
but it still has a positive effect. It don't have a negative effect if you remove it entirely. I'm not saying do it though, but I'm just saying it would if you took it away entirely.
Yeah.
Now, Corey, real quick, you listen to country music, but more country fans own more guns than Black people. So
I don't see nothing wrong with owning guns.
I'm just saying,
I don't understand that.
I'm just saying, you got hip hop. Some people look at hip hop as this dangerous type of culture, and everything about it is kind of wrong. But at the same point in time, you got other people that listen to other music, and they still commit crimes. They still do what they got to do. Does the music enhance it more?
No.
The difference is we're glorifying it.
Exactly.
It's cool to kill.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
like
cool
what? I don't.
Disrespect women.
Hold on. What's your question again?
Well, what I'm saying is it's not really about the music, but about the person. If when I had my nephews and they was in 6 and 7 or whatever, I made sure to tell them the music is entertainment, just like everything else. These are actors. A lot of these cats don't have all of this. A lot of this is rented. It's all for the camera. It's all for a show. Every time they put a song out, certain rappers is all just for the show. And once you it's like taking a magic trick from a magician and then breaking it down. Once you break it down for them, then the effect is not as much there. Now, will a beat still move you? Yes, a beat can move you to cry. A beat can move you to run on a treadmill. A beat can move you to do a lot of things. And the rap that's out right now is more about positive vibes in some areas, but it's more about vibes. And it's not necessarily about the same stuff. They hear the complaints in the rap community all the time about how it's all the same stuff over and over.
Yeah, but their excuse is, well, rap is changing. You got to go with the times. This is what we're rapping about. There is no leader that will stand up in that community and say, this music is evil. I don't want you talking about demons. There's nobody that's standing up for that. So it's bad. If you remove that,
well, I guess my question is there anything good to you about hip hop?
To me?
Mm-hmm.
No. I mean,
I tell you, I was when I was working at the juvenile facility. I told this to the people yesterday. I was working at the juvenile facility. A lot of those kids that was coming there was abused and neglected, and they would put them on that medication, and they would turn them into a zombie, and they'd come off that medication, start banging their heads on the wall, and all that kind of stuff again. And we would strap them to a metal bed, and they would lay there for a minimum of 4 hours, and then get up after 12 hours for a maximum of 12 hours. And if them kids had to use it on themselves, they had to use it on themselves and they had to clean it up when they got up. And so this was the environment they was in. And you'll have some of those guards that would come in there, man, and just, they have a bad day and intentionally pick with those kids. And the only way I can calm some of them kids down, like, hey, man, go write it. Go write it out, go sit at your desk, go, but you're going to have to get another way of letting that out, because if you start another riot in this dorm, you're going to get some time at it. So, I mean, there are benefits. I mean, sometimes, I mean, it's an outlet. It may not even make it out to the world, but it's an outlet for a lot of these kids while you got time to work with their mind. Because as long as they in that rage state, you can't.
It's a temporary, but that's a temporary outlet. Because
the long term, but it's good though.
It's temporary. No, it's not good because it's temporary, because the long term effect will affect them in a negative way. I mean, because you can look at it like this. You know what else you could do? You know what you could do?
Kids all the time.
Hold on. You know what else you could do?
Hold on. We don't talk as black people. Whenever we get mad, man, we like to shut down and we like to get quiet and all that kind of stuff. These kids talking. A lot of these kids in the hood, man, I got a heart for them because my brothers, man, this is the hood. I love them. So they are crying out for help, a lot of them. Now, what comes out is negativity. But, man, when you struggling like that and you ain't got no parents and shit like that, man, a lot of these kids are crying out, and that is their outlet. Whether it's evil or not, it is a good way of getting them because there'll be a lot more people dead. Man, if some people didn't rap, there'll be a lot more people dead if some people didn't smoke weed. A lot of cases, stuff calms people down and get them outlets. So, if I could tell a kid to sit down, man, and write what you're going to write, and then let me talk to you just so you can calm down, man. It's a tool.
Listen, again, to me, my name is Corey. Maybe I'm a little different, but it goes back to either it's good or it's bad, it's evil or it's not. You know what I'm saying? And for me to say that, well, I can calm him down with this music, even though I deem it to be evil, is okay. That's not okay with me, because I could also say,
no, I'm not
I can give them a bump.
If they write it. I'm not saying tell them don't listen to it. I'm telling them if they write it. So by them,
so by them writing something, I can't say if that's evil or not. Yeah, I didn't say nothing wrong with them writing out their feelings. We was talking about hip hop music. Yeah, we was talking about hip hop music.
That is hip-hop. I mean, a lot of that is hip hop. Because
if that's the case, I might as well say, well, then, even though I know I can give them a bump of cocaine, that'll calm them down too.
That's an upper. That's an upper for it.
Yeah, some cocaine to bring you down. Some cocaine to bring you down.
You know about the game more than I do, brother.
Trust me, I do.
If we look in the mirror and say, Corey, what is your vice? What is your evil thing? Because everybody on this thing got something evil about them, and we got something that we struggle with, whether it's between us and God. Everybody on here has a struggle, has a thing, has a good and an evil. Everything, everybody. Nobody on here is perfect. Everybody on here is flawed and messed up in a way. That's in the TV industry, that's in the music industry, that's in the world. As long as we hear there's good and evil in everything. So hip hop cannot be all evil.
That's your opinion, bro. I mean, listen, the word of God say either it's evil or it's not.
So
I believe that. If you don't believe that's it's not my job.
Evil stuff then.
Listen.
So country music is pure then. Country music is not evil.
No.
Have you heard of Taylor Swift album?
You all good.
No.
You're all good.
Who, me?
You never heard Taylor Swift, Corey?
Yeah,
you never heard Taylor Swift album? No. You telling me country is pure? Oh shit.
The country music that I listen to, I deem as pure. I haven't heard that stuff in it now. I mean, I think, but I'm not sure. I didn't, like I said, if I listen to music, I listen to country music when I'm on the road. And if I hear evilness in it, I wouldn't listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like
who you asked me about?
More of your advice. I mean, it sounds my wife, she kind of addicts and things like that. There are some people that cannot even drink a beer. There are some people that can't smoke a blunt. There are some people that can't take milk. There are some people that can. There's some people that can't listen to hip hop or get triggered. There's some people that don't do that. You know, there's a difference in everything. You know, so I mean, to say that it's all bad, I mean, the Bible does say there's good and evil, but that's exactly the point. There's good and evil.
Right. Okay.
In everything.
Okay.
I'm gonna play this, and I want to test this theory out. This is a feel good song, but the message behind it is totally disgusting. So I'm gonna play this. I think I can play like 30 seconds before they flag me.
We can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No, I can't.
Okay, let me do it again.
Oh yeah, we playing Cameo.
You see what you just did? Oh my God, Cameo. When I tell you what this song's about, you're gonna be like, ooh.
I'm good, babe.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah, it's about cheating.
No, it's not. What you want to do when you hear that? Look at him.
That's an effect.
Oh, Trey Lyle, let's go.
Leland is an emotional liberal. He wants to move to anything.
See, you want to dance. You know what this song's about?
What's that?
A tranny?
Okay. I'll accept the LGBT community.
The beat behind it is like, hey, I want to dance, turn up. It ain't saying nothing bad. This song is about a tranny.
Okay.
Wow.
The name of it is She's Strange. They gotta get you
about a tranny and making it okay.
Is trans people not okay with you?
Oh God, you're trying to change the whole topic now.
The point is, this music doesn't sound dark, doesn't sound evil. Sounds like I want to dance to it. Sounds like I'm gonna go to the dance floor and cut on some old school. But the song in itself is about a tranny. That's all I'm saying. Music is fluid. Dark tone, light tone, harmonious sounds, evil sounds. It's all in how you present it and package it up. This is packaged up like a whole movement. I want to go party and dance, but the behind the song and behind the beat is a whole message about LGBTQ and normalizing it's okay for men to sleep with transsexuals, and it's okay. She's just strange.
Was this a hit song or just
This is Cameo. Cameo was a popular. My mother listened to Cameo. I grew up listening to Cameo.
I mean, artists have their freedoms to write the songs they want to write and try to
You
make
absolutely do, but this message is disgusting. Just like hip hop, some of it has a disgusting message, and this sounds like something I might want to go dance to, but it's talking about all the wrong things. So this is more of a need to educate our youth and the adults, because a lot of adults don't know this is about the industry. You need to be selective in what you listen to. You need to be selective in what you watch, what you read, everything. Everything should take some type of thought.
That's right. And you know what, Sony, I guess part of my defense is this. And if it take that much thought into it, I just don't let my kids. It's too much. I just, man.
I got you. It's
too much.
It's like I told you, Corey. I relate to J. Cole and his middle child theory because we are operating as a little sister. He's a big brother. I'm a little sister and a big sister all at once. I have a youth looking to me, because a lot of the youth does look to me on how to carry themselves. Then I got to listen to the older generation that really don't know what they talking about because they haven't dealt with the era the way I did. My era brought in social media. We brought in going viral. We made our generation made this. So I feel like I have the tools to be able to block certain, like I was telling you with my kids, I pre-watch everything they watch because of how subliminal everything is.
Yeah.
You have to, especially now. It's no brainer. If I'm gonna turn a cartoon on for my kid, I'm like, no, I gotta make sure this is all right, because they'll slip some stuff in there. Yeah. But you have the upper hand. You do.
I do the same thing. I bet everything my kids listen to from everything, because I don't want them to not like music. I don't want them to not like you, man. When times got dark and hard, I mean, my mom used to put on some Patti LaBelle or something like that, and she'd be Anita Baker and be dancing around the house, and even though we probably didn't have no food or the gas was off or whatever, man, it was still like let's get up and dance. We would dance in the living room and all that kind of stuff. So I don't want them to not know music, but I want to vet everything you listen to. I want to look out your phones, everything, because there's so much demonic, evil stuff out here now. I mean, you can't tell what's going on. I mean, everything is dark, just about. But you can.
Y'all remember Teletubbies? I know everybody remember Teletubbies.
Yeah.
You remember Teletubbies, Corey?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I got to put it for you. You don't remember Teletubbies?
It's funny.
This was a favorite show of mine.
It's funny that y'all mentioned kids and music. My daughters literally said that they wanted instruments for Christmas, and that's what they got.
Get it.
What'd you get them?
My 4-year-old said she wanted an instrument, a guitar specifically. So I got her a guitar, a 4-string guitar. And the other one, they always talked about flutes and saxophones and stuff. So I found a package on Amazon where they had a flute, saxophone, and what's the other one called?
A trombone, a trumpet.
I think it's a clarinet.
A clarinet, yeah.
Clarinet, yeah.
Real quick, I just want to add to the conversation. Like when you say you get your daughter a guitar, I always think about like where rock and roll started. You know what I'm saying? Where blues started, and how music slowly transitioned out of black hands. Like we had less people trying to play instruments, less people trying to do this, and now it seemed like hip hop for a lot of kids in the hood seemed like an easy ticket to success and to money and the image they put out there. But they don't know nothing about music, So there's a blues artist I like to listen to named Gary Clark Jr., black musician, great. He's definitely a rock and roll vibe. Brittany Howard from Alabama Shakes, another great musician, black musician that's just incredible in the rock world. And then also this cat named Leon Bridges, who sung in the White House a few times in the prior administration. Real soulful cat that has that real old school vibe, Motown vibe. So there's a lot of people out there who are doing really good black music for the culture, but the culture isn't aware that they're doing it or don't think it's for them.
Let's not call it black music, and let's just call it music.
Nah, I'll take that label. Put that black music.
Call it black.
Black music. Our music. I don't look at Chinese food and be like, that's just chicken and rice, or no, that's Asian food. I give them credit.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a far reach.
It's black. Call it black. Call it black.
Black
I'm
music.
going to show the intro.
I would call it black basketball.
Oh my God.
It is.
It is black basketball.
Black football too.
All right. This is Teletubbies.
This is my shit back in the day.
Everybody watch this.
Look at that white supremacy.
Oh my God.
That little blue-eyed white baby. Oh, that's so cute.
That baby oppressing me.
Right.
How come I ain't got no sunshine in my life?
It's hid messages than that right there.
I can't believe I used to watch this shit, man.
It's crazy. I still watch it.
Over the hills and far away, Teletubbies come to
That's
play.
because you a liberal.
Damn right. I'm proud of it.
One.
You can enjoy things and express our feelings. All right.
You a liberal dog?
Oh yeah.
Yes, he is.
Proud of it.
Wow. He's saying that to aggravate us.
No, he's really a liberal. Like,
Joe Biden newspapers all over.
he voted for Joe Biden.
He didn't vote for Joe Biden.
Yes, he did.
I did.
Yeah, he did.
We'll get into it after this. I want you guys to see this.
Let's talk about black music, please.
With the last couple minutes, we got to get into you.
Hey, Sony.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. They Teletubbies they used to make them damn pancakes. I swear to God, I always wanted one. I ain't bullshit with them smiley faces on it. I always wanted to try one of them shits.
Hello.
This shit look evil as hell. They look like demons.
Okay. So you see this one right here, this purple one?
Yeah, they're gay. What's wrong with it?
Right. This is what we were watching as children. So we got used to seeing a male character wear a purse. If you remember the Proud Family, the first all black cartoon show on Disney had a gay character in it. I'm like, I didn't even realize I was a gay character. We've been watching this stuff since we were little.
I didn't know they were gay in the Proud Family.
Tinky Winky's gay.
Mm-hmm.
She said Twinkie Winky.
That's his name. His name is Tinky Winky.
They made him Twinkie Winky.
Hey, bro, Twinkie Winky gay, man.
That's his name. His name is Tinky Winky.
This how you check it. This how you check it. Do you want your son going around talking about my name is Twinkie Winky? You gonna kick his little ass.
Now watch this. You saw the intro. It seems innocent, right? You're like, oh, my kids can watch this. No, look at this nasty shit. Watch this. Just watch.
No.
So when I tell you I have the upper hand and I know how these people are coming, we have the ability to step in and
that's so sick.
Help the youth.
But me personally, I don't believe that turns a child gay or whatever.
Yes, it does. It gets them okay with the idea of something like that.
Leland.
You don't have kids. Do you have kids?
Leland.
Do you have kids? Hold on. Do you have kids?
No, I do not.
Okay, there we go.
Why have I always thought you had kids? That's crazy. I always thought you was a father.
I got a lot of nieces and nephews. I'm like,
no, fuck that. That don't count. I'm talking about your own kid.
I'm just saying, I don't believe stuff like that or music and things like that. I don't believe like you guys all like a lot of this was like you said like this evil is evil. I don't believe in this layer of evil that's around. I'm a pastor, son. My father.
You don't live in reality, then, bro.
My father was a pastor of the church.
Your father what?
My father was a pastor of a church for 35 years. I got
so you a PK? Oh, that explains it all. That explains it all. You a PK? I already know where you coming from.
What does your father being a pastor for 35 years have to do with evil not existing?
I grew up in the church, is what I'm saying. So I was acceptable.
It means nothing.
I was acceptable to that message. I look at Christianity different, and that's just my personal relationship with God and how I look at Christianity. But I feel like I don't believe in this layer of evil around us, always trying to make
the devil ain't real.
What do you believe about evil? Okay, what do you believe about evil? What do you believe about evil?
Evil and Satan, those are like tools used to try to get citizens in place. It's a tool.
That's what religion is. That's what religion is.
It's just like Santa Claus almost. Like
I let you down. I let you down, Corey.
It's my father
just lost me.
I listen. My views on religion is definitely different from a lot of it in the Black culture.
Okay,
I get that, and it's because maybe because I grew up in it so much that I look at it different.
All right. Well, can I ask a question, Leland? Let's step away from religion and come to reality. Do you believe do you believe in the subconscious mind?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so when you watching things repetitively as a child, you don't think that can have an effect on your subconscious as an adult?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so therefore, wait. So therefore, if you're constantly seeing things on television that may be sexual, homosexual, transsexual, whatever, you don't think that has an influence on somebody's decision as they get older? I don't think about their sexual lives and about their mannerism and personal behaviors.
I don't believe that dictates who they're going to be attracted to at all.
It's subconsciously telling you that you should participate in behaviors like that, and only
exactly
straight people don't participate that way.
Do you believe that some people are a product of their environment?
when it comes to the LGBTQ community, I believe you're born homosexual. You're not created.
Do you believe that some people are a product of their environment?
Yes.
Okay.
But you also have straight men who was raised by two gay dads. So
I said some people.
I have not seen that, but okay.
All I'm saying is I feel like you're born gay, you're born trans.
Hell to the no.
That's just
you're not.
I have friends in the LGBT community. I've had those.
So do I, and they would talk
So do
against
I.
every message you're saying
It's
right now.
listen, I can get a girl on the phone right now. Strong used to be gay. Had finer women than me. I couldn't stand it. It's my cousin. I couldn't stand it. You understand? But she used to say the same thing. But when she was delivered from being gay, she said, "Cuz, let me tell you something. All that bullshit about you being born gay is an excuse. It's a lie.
Exactly.
It's a lie. Most people that are gay, if you look back to it, they've been touched on when they was little. Sony, will you stop that? they've been touched on. They've been touched
trying
on.
to say shit like that is normal.
That just tells me that character likes that.
So you would sit up there. So would you sit up and let your niece and nephews watch that?
Yeah.
Knowing. Oh, okay. You got a different thing going on then. Never mind.
Wow. You're not serious right now, right?
Listen, this is a dead conversation from this point.
Are you serious?
That's not.
Are you serious? No. Please. Are you serious right now? Are you serious?
If you watch Teletubbies?
Yes. Knowing what I just told you.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Oh, the song should have been, "Oh, I hope you lying."
She had her finger on that button, ready to go. I had that motherfucker 6 times this week. But
no,
kids,
it's not a sexual message.
Kids are going to look at it like that. Kids
I was a kid.
Hold on, man. Hold on. I want to touch on that, please. I want to touch on that. I want to touch on that. You honestly saying to us right now that you would sit down and watch that with your nieces and nephews?
I wouldn't want my nieces and nephews to feel.
That's not what I didn't ask you.
LGBT character. So yeah.
No, I asked you.
I'm giving you the reason behind the yes. I don't want them to have prejudice against LGBTQ community.
Okay, hold on. So your answer is yes, right? So your answer is yes. Okay, hold on. So your answer is yes.
Yes.
And do you think that what she just showed you was homosexual or gay or anything?
If a kid saw that, all they're gonna do is say,
I'm asking you, what do you think? I'm asking you, what do you think about? Do you think it's gay?
Tinky Winky is a gay character.
Do you think what she showed you is gay?
Do I think Tinky Winky was trying to play with Poe's ass?
No. Listen, it's a question. Listen, you don't have to answer me because we all grown, but I'm just asking you, do you think what she showed you is gay?
No. The fact that it came from a gay character is why.
All right, I get it.
So you think it's okay to subliminally send children because this topic that we're talking about is sexual. And I understand. You know what? It's because you don't have your own kids. And I'm just going to be real with you, dude, because I'm a parent. I'm a mother.
Maybe.
You would not want your child to watch anything sexual or anything perverted. Even like these characters, they look innocent. I don't want my children don't need to know shit about being gay, bruh. They don't.
This is why I don't let nobody watch my kids these days because of people like you, man.
It's a part of our country. It's a part of our civilization.
This is why
that's not important though. Why do we need? Can I broadcast the fact that I'm straight?
Yeah.
And I decide that I want to screw a penis and make it okay. Then why are gay people so offended when you talk about how you're proud to be straight? Well, there's nothing special about you. This is we need to be on blast for the world to see that we're fucking gay. Who gives a shit? You don't need to be in a cartoon. What do they need to learn that for? My son is 7. I wish he would come to me and say, I want to cross dress. I'm going to sit your butt down somewhere and we're going to have a conversation because that ain't what 7-year-olds do.
But do you also think it's a prejudice in the Black community against the
homosexual? It's a matter of right and wrong. That's clearly in the Bible.
The Bible says
so.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This is the reason right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is why talking about me, this guy, don't let people watch my kids because of people like Leland.
Oh,
That is crazy. I would be madder than I would be mad as hell.
Well, you guys
if I
are
left my kids with you and you let them watch that shit, man. You can't be serious, man. Please tell me that you plan and you want to take that shit back, man.
I don't know your kids, but what would they look at that and think something sexual?
I don't know. I wouldn't take that chance.
Kids who are not exposed to it don't have anything to attach it to.
If you've seen a little boy wear a dress in a cartoon that you watch, this was normal. I see. Oh man, I seen dudes dress up in dresses. That's normal. No, the fuck it's not. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Men don't carry purses. No. So no child character that represents a man and embodies a man should be walking around with a purse.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as if my kid saw somebody smoking a crack pipe, they probably wouldn't think nothing about it because they don't know. I don't think they know what a crack pipe is, right? They don't know what it is. But I'm not finna sit there and let them watch that stuff.
Right.
What the hell? Like, I don't get that, dude.
Listen, maybe I look at it differently. I think a kid will make a nasty face or something like that. If that kid has not been exposed to sexual situations, then a kid that's innocent watch that and they would just laugh, say, "Oh, why?"
But then you saying if they weren't exposed to it, well, then you openly said that you will expose them to it. What are you talking about?
Sexual.
That was sexual.
Come on, man. You got to be.
Adults can look at that and see that
that's sexual from a kid's filter, but from
your standpoint as a grown-up
filter, that can be looked at as sexual. But from
why would you? If there's even a doubt that this line look bad, why would you show it to a kid?
Do you guys watch SpongeBob at all?
No, my children don't watch that. And yes, I grew up watching it.
Everybody know better than that shit. Why the hell would you let this? Man, listen, man. Listen, dude. Listen.
Like
you deflecting, man. Listen. That is disgusting. I'm sick to the stomach behind that. You will let your kids, your niece. I hope your brothers or sisters is watching.
My brother will watch that with me, and we'll both make fun of it. There's
a problem there, buddy. There's a problem there, buddy.
A little weird there. I want to be like, oh, this is gonna scar your child. You better get this evil off the TV.
I hope you don't ever have children
that far.
That's probably because you grew up in the church, I guess.
It's exactly what it is.
It's a reason why they put it on the TV. The execs and stuff, the producers, they know exactly what they're doing. I mean, there's a reason they do it.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy that you would agree to let kids watch that, man. I mean, but you know what? I'm glad I'm on this podcast today because it reminds me, do not let people watch your damn kids. Because if I find out somebody let my kids watch that shit, I'll be mad as hell, man.
Corey, did your kids have cell phones?
Hell no.
They don't have cell phones. They don't have any access to the internet.
You want me to bring them here so they can tell you themselves?
Not at all. Do they have any access to the internet?
Under our supervision, yes.
How old are your kids?
My kids is 11 and 6.
Okay, so your 11-year-old is a couple of years from being a teenager. Will he have a cell phone?
No.
Okay, so then
I am not giving my daughter. I think it's I think it's crazy. So
what do you want?
Okay, so what's the question again?
So he's gonna be 18. He's gonna be able to
she
gonna be 18. She's gonna be able to have access to the internet eventually. She'll be able to do all the research that she wants to do, and depending on how she feels, she should have that freedom to express herself. Right,
and she will, but I will not introduce it to her. When I introduce things like that to them, I let them know what it is in a godly way. This is not condoned by God. He don't like this, and he's not pleased with it. I'm going to give them the information. I'm going to teach them. I'm going to mold them and bring them up. You know what I'm saying? With the word, and they're going to have an understanding of that. Now, what they do with it outside of that is on them. That's their decision, and I cannot control that. I have enough sense to know that. I've learned that through experience because I've learned that with my older son. I got two older boys, right? One in the military, one in the federal penitentiary. I know the difference between how you bring them up and what they learn and how they use information. I brought him up the wrong way. I fucked up. I admit that. You understand what I'm saying? This is how I know that you cannot put certain things in front of kids, in front of people, because it's going to affect them in a negative way. And so for you to sit here and say that you're willing to let a kid watch a ding-a-ling go up another whatever that shit, but and you saying there's nothing wrong with that, something wrong with you, man.
It wasn't porn. It was a feather.
Okay. It was a feather. You know what, man? You know what? Listen, bro. Out of all due respect, listen, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop because I'm thinking things and I don't want to say them right now. Something ain't right. Ain't right.
Listen, I'm happy that my folks gave me internet so I can explore stuff that I want to explore and build my own.
Yeah, there it is. I knew it.
Listen,
I knew it.
You're done. That right there is the problem, folks. When you don't supervise what the fuck your kids are doing on the internet. Because back in the day when we were on the internet, that was like, woo, I'm about to type in this. You type in titties.com, you getting porn pulled up. Come on. Let's just be real, bro. I'm sorry. You are the reason we censor what our kids watch. My mother was strict. Stuff was locked. I could not watch BET. Wasn't no MTV. Wasn't no Rap Basement. Wasn't none of that. Now, she did expose me to rated R movies, and I got exposed to things way before I should have been exposed to them. I had experiences way before I should have been exposed to them because of the lack of supervision. And once again, that comes to being the product of a single parent home. You get into way more shit. The internet is a dangerous place for the youth. And so is the TV screen, and so is Facebook. You need to know how to maneuver this shit.
CPS investigator for 10 years in Dallas County. There's no way. I've seen so many sexual abuse cases. Doc, don't let them look at it. Don't let them look at it, man.
Why would he be interested in letting them look at it? You got to think about that. Just keep it real.
So I just want to say, like, Leland, this is an issue that a lot of people have with people who think like you when it comes down to the LGBT elemental P community. Is this when you say that I'm going to expose them, or I'm going to show them this, or I'm going to let them watch this, so that they don't feel or be prejudiced toward these type of people. That is the wrong way to go about it. The way that they don't be prejudiced toward other people is by you simply having a conversation with them and teaching them that.
Well, again, I don't have kids; those are my nephews. But I know
whichever kid is under your umbrella.
The thing is, real quick, Disney is putting out a show where they have a openly gay couple. These things are the norms. Gay people live among us, guys.
Gay shit will never be the norm.
And they have their own.
So because Disney put it out, it's okay.
They're not deviants. They're not this 1960 flag you put on these guys. They're regular, everyday people. And they deserve a right to happiness too, and not be prejudiced.
The gay lifestyle will never be the norm according to nature.
That's actually false.
That's actually true.
Right.
That's actually true.
All right, my nigga.
Actually false. No, that's actually false.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh,
there's gay people, guys.
This is why the country is divided. This is why we divided in society. This is why we are divided in society, because of that type of thinking.
They have gay people. What are you talking about? Homosexuality exists outside of humans.
It is not normal.
Leland.
It's a all right, guys.
Leland.
Wait. Okay, real quick. Just face it. Real quick.
Issues, you guys are very close-minded.
Just face it. Real quick. Just face it, and I'm gonna give it to you. I promise. Because my probably gonna fuck up anyway. Listen. So you said just because animals do it, it's okay. When lions greet each other, wait. When lions greet each other, they sniff each other asses. Okay, would you walk up to me and greet me by sniffing my ass?
Humans have their own greeting rituals.
Bro, shut the fuck up, man.
We shake hands, or now we just do the elbow thing. What the fuck are you talking about? There's penguins who are gay.
You just said because animals do it, it's okay.
I never said that. You said that's against nature.
You said animals.
In nature, penguins are gay.
Can I ask you a question, bro? Can I ask you? And no disrespect. No disrespect. Can I ask you a question?
Satan made them gay.
Are you Leland? No disrespect. Really, no disrespect. Are you a homosexual?
Not at all. I'm married.
Okay. I mean, that don't mean because you're married don't mean you're not a homosexual.
No, brother, I'm not a homosexual.
Okay.
But I do know homosexuals, and they've told me their story, and I will feel bad if I had a son who said he was gay, and other communities, other people in this country made my son feel like he wasn't welcome or something was wrong with him. So I emphasize, I can be sympathetic to the gay community's plight.
If my son was gay, I would want his ass to feel comfortable.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Who said anything about that?
You know what? I can agree with you a little bit, Leland, because my twin brother was gay. You know, and my wife.
You grew up in the hood, right?
Before she hold on. Before she got delivered, she was lesbian. You know, so I can agree. Now, when it comes to the Bible and talking about that, it's clear about what the Bible says. So that don't mean I don't hate gay people. I don't dislike them. I love all people.
Not at all.
You know, because every last one of us got a sin. But at the same time, I'm never gonna let my kids sit there and watch some stuff like that, or put them around somebody that you know that I think gonna fondle them at all, or just that hypersexual. But that's two different things. That's a pedophile and a gay person.
Yeah, somebody that'll sit up there and watch some gay stuff with a kid
that's not gay stuff.
That is.
All right. That's how you look at it, but it wasn't put out.
I look at what it is. That's what it is, bro.
Just real quick. I don't know how we got on this subject. I'm happy we on it. I don't mind being a friend or
because you believe in the subconscious mind.
Most likely, some of your viewers may be in the closet right now, statistically, and don't.
It's a closet. It's a closet.
You guys talk about it, but I'm not a member of the community. I do like to advocate for them because I feel like it's a community that gets, especially from the wing.
My partner that I do the show with, he's gay. Okay, Blake Andrew Veglia. He's probably watching now. Matter of fact, I will call him. Okay. He will tell you that you are absolutely wrong for being okay with the idea of LGBTQ being pushed to children at this very young, impressionable age. He will tell you you're wrong. And he is an openly gay man, conservative as well.
Well, there you okay.
Yeah, exactly. Kenny, just like I wouldn't let my kids watch a man and a woman do those things.
Exactly.
Hello. And if I do, something wrong with me.
No sexual acts in front of children whatsoever.
Means that I'm probably got an ulterior motive by sitting there watching that with them kids.
I'm going to expose my kids to gay shit so that they don't be prejudiced toward gay people.
So it'll be normal when I decide to touch them.
Oh yeah, exactly. Because it makes so much sense. Oh my god, my feelings, the agony. Oh my god.
That was like the most 1960s shit I've ever heard in my life. That's the most backwards thing I've ever heard in my life about how a homosexual is not going to touch kids, make it okay to touch kids. That is just outrageous. And that's an old stereotype that's been pushed by conservatives for a long time.
Right.
With people standing outside with God hates gays signs and things like that. If you're okay with people in your party doing that, that's why it's not a party for me. You got to respect other people's decisions. Darren, you said your brother was gay. He was in the hood. You think that was a choice to come out in such a hard community? Or be gay in such a hard, tough community?
Nah, he got molested.
It was a choice.
He got molested. There's a lot of times there's a root to that.
Listen.
Exactly.
Listen.
Hold on. I'm going to mute everybody because I'm going to let Blake explain. Now, Blake. Hi, Blake.
Oh, now we're playing pick and choose. We're playing Pokemon.
No. He speaks for the. You said, well, I'm not in the LGBT.
I'm not.
He knows what it's like.
Hey,
so
Blake, how's it going, man?
Blake
I like
knows
that.
where I stand on this entire topic, and Blake is still my best friend. He knows where I stand.
Good.
I don't think it's okay to push this type of stuff on children. I showed them Teletubbies, and he said, "Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not sexual. It's not pushing the idea of anything." So I want you, as a openly gay man, to explain to him how that is wrong, and you should not do that to children.
Okay, first let's talk about how toxic the LGBT community really is. First off, they preach this love and acceptance, but unless you look a certain way, which I think a lot of people in this would probably feel the same way, unless you look a certain way, act a certain way, or have any physical characteristics, or even the color of your skin, they judge you. And the toxic LGBT community is just not something I want to be a part of. And when you sit there and so what I think the LGBT community has taken the turn for the worse is that they're trying to normalize pedophilia and trying to jump on the back of the LGBT community, and they're trying to normalize things that I don't believe in, but they're trying to make it seem like when they do these all like multiple different genders and all this stuff, well, they're now saying that trans ageism is a thing, and they're just trying to hack onto an idea. So here's my thing on conservatism and being gay. For example, I'm not going to sit here and tell any of you right now that you have to be gay. I'm not going to sit here and force that on you. I'm not sitting here saying that you can't think homosexuality is wrong. I'm not saying that either. But they respect me as a person and know that I'm not defined by my sexual orientation and aren't going to judge me based off, just like none of these people want to be judged based off the color of their skin. And I don't want to be judged based off my sexual orientation. So as conservatism, I don't want to be judged based off of my sexual orientation. I want to be judged based on the character and my heart and what I feel. And I feel like the left is there. It's a toxic environment I feel like for any gay community. I feel like the most bullying happens within the gay community. It's just a terrible movement. It's so sexualized. It is so sexualized. Why do you think majority of gay couples can't have monogamy in the relationships? It's not because they don't grow up in normal families. It's the fact that the culture that it creates is not good. There's no monogamy to it. There's nothing like that. So the leftist rhetoric left is just not something I want to be a part of, because I just feel like it plays into the identity politics, which is why we're in the situation we're in today in America, where just because I'm gay, I have to vote for a liberal. And just because a person's black, they have to vote for Donald Trump, not based off of their political values, but based off of what the media and the rhetoric of the United States is telling them to do. So that's just like my personal take on, and I mean, if you have any comment of why or what you think, I would love to hear it.
I just want to say what up to Marlon real quick. My man's Marlon in the building. What up, though?
What up, man? How you doing, man?
Oh,
Leland. Hey, Leland, you in for it now, Leland.
What we were talking about.
I ain't worried about none of you motherfuckers. Let's go.
While we
Well, I'm gonna say, I just came on, and the last time I checked, I never did touch my mother like that. So please don't call me that. Please don't call me that. I am not a mother effer. I've never effed my mom. I know we talking about some controversial stuff, but
that right there across the line. I know where the line is.
I just brought Blake on because I'm trying to explain to him this is pushing an idea onto a child way before they should be exposed to that. I think that's a decision you make as an adult when you can have those type of thoughts. But the way it's being pushed on our children, I have a problem with it. I don't think it's appropriate.
Oh shit!
And that's why I brought Blake on, because you're trying to normalize this shit and say, well, my kid they'll be less judgmental if they see this, and I think there's nothing wrong with it.
Can I ask Blake a question?
Yeah,
sure.
I lived with a lesbian couple for 3 years in college. Some of my best friends, some of my closest friends. I was able to kind of hang with the community they brought over, and I never had an issue with anyone. We drunk, we smoked, we just had fun. So my question is this: I heard from some, and I want to get your opinion. Homosexuality. If you're gay, are you born gay? Or is that a choice? Do some choose it? Do some not choose it? Do some wake up one day and realize they like the same sex?
I
Or
think
is
it's
that a choice?
I think it's like asking someone, "Hey, do you know what you're gonna be when you grow up? Like, do you know you're gonna? Did I know I was gonna be a nerd? No. Did I know I was gonna be gay? No. Did I have the feeling that I was always different or something was weird? Yes. But like, I feel like some people choose to be gay and aren't actually gay. They just like to be gay.
Right.
So like,
because it's
They're
like,
or they're experimenting, getting to know who they are. Maybe they don't know what they like, and they're going to try a little bit before they figure out what they like.
So my question to you, Leland, where's the line for you? So like you said, you don't care about seeing this stuff on TV. So where's your line? Because clearly it comes down to your personal beliefs, not what. Is it a line like, oh, it's okay for a 50-year-old man to have sex with a 12-year-old girl? Is that your line, or like what is your line?
Well, my line is way before that shit. Let's start there. That's not even a thing. My line is this. Like I was telling them, Disney just put out a show where it's two openly gay dads raising a kid. I would not have a problem with my daughter or my son watching that because that is a person's real life. That happens in America every single day, and I don't want to keep them from that or demonize LGBTQ community and say that's wrong, that's bad, just in case, like you didn't know you'd be gay when you grow up. I don't want to say that now and have them in that mind thinking that dad thinks that gay people are bad.
There's a difference between it being normal and just being like a normal family and not making it weird. But people make it the forefront of the issue, and they're like, these are gay dads. They're gay dads, and you guys should watch them because they're gay dads. Like that's what I don't.
That's not how Disney put it out. Disney put out here's the Johnson family. They're a normal family from wherever. So my thing is I wouldn't want my kid.
Mike muted.
My dad has an issue.
Why are you justifying everything through Disney, bro?
I'm just saying that's the norm is
that's
going
weird.
that way. The norms are happening for the LGBT community where you will see more stories. I directed a short film called The Devil's Room, and I chose to use a lesbian couple because I wanted the horror film to have an absence of a man, to have that fear of like, oh, there's no big man presence here to stop what's happening. I wanted to use LGBT.
Are we talking about the same Disney that has hidden rhetoric inside of all of their films? Where there's literally like in The Little Mermaid, they have dildos when there's little things in regards to.
Yeah, show me that, man.
But like, it's like you can look at if you look at the old films, if you can look at Pizzagate and pushing the pedophilia and stuff like that. If anything's coming from Disney, I'm out.
Yeah, like, I don't believe in Pizzagate. I don't believe in Pizzagate.
That's because you don't believe in something. Don't mean it's not there.
Oh man, I can tell you firsthand that that industry is a real thing. Case after case after case, man, that's a real thing. You know, there's people that sex trafficking kids like nobody's business.
I work at a level 1 trauma center, pediatric ER, and I've had people come in. I have had kids come in that have been trafficked. It's really happening. So for people to not understand that, so here's my thing: if you want to be accepted, you don't need to push it down people's throat. Like that's not how you're going to make change. Pushing it on people is not how you're going to make change. And I feel like the biggest thing on the left right now is that they're trying to push so much shit down everyone's throat that no one can even breathe. No one can make progress because there's so much shit being thrown out. I'm telling them what they're doing wrong rather than just letting it be and just let things play out by itself.
That's not my perspective of the left, but I respect your perspective.
So whose job is it to teach your children?
The parents, first off.
Okay. So oh, good. I'm glad you said that.
Leland, I think Marlon, I think it's Disney. I think my Disney race is melted.
Oh, that's what I thought too. Maybe.
Disney does play a big part in all of our childhood.
I didn't say that. I never listen to me. I never said what plays a part. I'm asking you specifically, who teaches your children?
Parents first.
Perfect. Why is it then that Disney feels the need to try and put their type of education in front of my children? Yes, I also have the right to not watch Disney, but I also know that teachers use Disney in the classroom. and they use this kind of nonsense. You wanted proof of the dildo. There it is right there. Front and center, Little Mermaid on the cover.
Yeah, but again,
no.
Like
It's not again.
Earlier,
It's not. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. If you're gonna put that kind of crap in front of a child and then tell me, oh, I'm just telling them about sexual orientations. No. That's the parent's job. That's a little too close to home. If I'm going to teach anything to my children, especially something, it's going to be this. It's no different than you. So you think it's okay for children to be taught hate? Should I sit my child down in in front of American History X?
Not a toddler or anyone under the age of 14.
Why?
It's a little too graphic.
And homosexuality ain't graphic. They put bro, you got a twisted. You got some twisted stuff in your head.
Wait, Sonny, can you bring that picture back up?
I took it down already. What about it?
Well, because I mean, I wouldn't have never noticed that was there. If you guys,
and that's a sad reality. That's a sad reality on you, isn't it?
There's not
other parents have to notice that.
I would have just saw a castle. If I would have broken it down and looked at it, maybe.
You are seeing things by a blind measure. You are seeing things by a blind measure.
Her nose looks like a penis. So, her nose looks like a penis. Now, what are they doing there? What secret message are they trying to put in there? Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. I don't know if you guys,
and sometimes the dildo is just a dildo.
Ask Bill Clinton what a cigar is. Ask Bill Clinton what a cigar is.
And sometimes a pedophile.
Stop it.
Sometimes a pedophile is a pedophile.
Exactly. Don't tell me about what something is. My job is to teach my kids. It's not for Disney to put their crap in front of my children. Wow. It's not for teachers to put their crap in front of children.
I don't think any kid who has not been exposed to sex at all, any random 5-year-old, will look at that and think anything of it. And it would not affect them or scar them in any kind of way.
Do you think?
Do you think if you saw that at a younger age, you would have known then that you're going to be homosexual later?
Do you think the children are influenced?
I think there's a lot of influence out there. I think it's a lot of negative influence.
So you admit that they can be influenced. Can they be influenced negatively?
I also think they can be influenced by people not.
Can they be influenced negatively? Can they be influenced negatively?
Right. Yeah. We have to do a part 3 to this entire discussion with everybody on here. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. So how about the day after Christmas?
No, but hold on. But please let him answer that question.
I'm gonna have to hop off because I have something to do.
I'm out.
Okay.
Kids can watch this conversation.
Take my gay ass out.
All right.
Kids can watch this conversation and be influenced. They're going to see that there's some people in there that will accept how I am growing up.
You're not answering my question, are you?
Won't accept how I am, so they're going to be.
But you're not answering my question. I noticed that. But I'm not easily that rabbit trailed. I'm asking a very specific question. Can they be influenced negatively?
Everything can be influenced negatively.
Perfect. Whose job is it to make sure it doesn't happen?
The parents. Now, what I deem negative and what you deem negative is a debate, because.
Let me ask you another question. Can a child at 4 years old, 5 years old, decide if they're gay?
I believe so. They can. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can they decide if they like to be touched by older people?
I don't think that's a natural.
No. It's a decision. It's a decision. If I tell you another 5-year-old touched my kid and he touched my 5-year-old and he's a male, that's okay with you. Because he saw if a little boy goes up to my little boy and touches his genitalia, and he said, well, I found out it was okay, and touches my son, do I have the right to slap the shit out of that 5-year-old?
I don't think any parent of a gay child would tell their gay child it's okay to go touch.
Can a 5-year-old go up to a 5-year-old and touch that other 5-year-old in the pee-pee?
If it was a girl or a boy, it's still wrong.
Boy.
I'm not a boy. First off,
right
I'm
now.
not a boy.
A very specific question.
Boy,
you act like a boy. You act like a child. You cannot answer a damn question.
I can have some.
You cannot answer a damn question.
Plight. If
you cannot answer a damn question,
that's your fault.
How is that possible? How are you married and have kids and can't answer a damn question?
If it's a boy or a girl going to touch another boy or
Did I ask if it was a girl? Did I mention a female? Did I mention a female?
He's asking a specific question.
Did I ask you if a girl touched my boy? Did I ask you that?
So
you
would it
said
be
a boy.
okay if a
Did
girl
I
did it
ask
to
you
a
that?
boy? If
Did
would it
I
be
ask
okay
you
if
that?
a girl did it to a boy?
Wait, you ain't answering my question.
Answer the
I already
question.
answered
Answer
the
your
My damn
question. I already
question.
answered your question. Did
No,
you
you
have an
didn't.
answer?
You
No,
said
I
if
already
a-
answered the
you
question.
mentioned a parent. Did I mention parents? Did I mention parents?
You said who teaches your kid? I said the parent.
That
Good.
was the damn
Good.
question,
Good.
bro.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the
have
fuck
to have
out
a
of
mental
here.
block.
Would it
Something
be
wrong with your
okay
head.
if a boy went to go
That
touch a
hat is too
girl?
tight on your head. That
No.
hat is too
Would it be
tight.
okay if a boy touch a boy?
That hat is too
No.
tight on your
Would it
head.
be okay? It would be okay if a girl touch a girl?
But
No.
you said they can choose at 5 years old.
You said 10, motherfucker.
You said they. Did I say 10? Who said 10?
You said 10
Who said
earlier. You
10?
said can a 10-year-old decide
I
if they
said
like a boy?
I did not mention an age to choose.
Okay. Yes, you did.
What is wrong with this guy?
Yes, you did. I've looked at it very closely, brother.
Is that hat too tight on his head? That
My
hat
head
is
is just fine, brother. My head is just fine.
I don't think
fine.
Answer my question.
I don't think that Leland believes the things that he says.
You allowed, Tony.
If a 5-year-old walked up to my,
I think you are doing this on purpose.
if a 5-year-old boy walked up to my son, who is 5 years old, and touched his genitalia, do I have the right to slap the shit out of that 5-year-old boy?
For a grown man to smack a 5-year-old,
Yeah.
not at all.
Why?
You need to go to the parents and
That's
tell to the
abuse.
parents.
That is abusing my 5-year-old.
Then the parents need to deal with that. You have
No,
no
I'm
right
gonna
to
slap the
smack
shit
another
out of
man's child.
Maybe you, as a parent, should tell your kid not to touch other children.
What the hell are you talking about? I don't have kids.
Bro, this guy can't take syntax. If a parent can't tell his child not to touch another child, I'm gonna slap the shit out of the child so the parent will know.
And that parent has the right to press charges on your
And I'm
ass.
gonna slap the
And
shit out of the parent too.
and then you're gonna go to jail for being a child abuser, and they don't look on child abusers in prison.
So all of a sudden, you're okay with choice.
What choice? I'm never. First off, homosexuality and pedophilia is not the same thing. Like y'all think it is.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes, it is. Not the same thing.
Oh, yes, it is.
So you think because a gay man,
our children making
a gay man would be attracted to a young,
our children making
boy?
Disney movies?
No.
Are children making Disney movies?
Are children making Disney movies?
Yeah.
They're starring in Disney movies.
No. That's not the question. Again, this dude can't answer
dog. What the fuck?
Are you that retarded?
Listen, I'm answering the question the way I want to answer the question. If you don't want to deal with it, deuces.
You're not answering the question.
Deuces. If you don't like the way I'm answering it, deuces.
It's not a way.
Just answer the question, bro.
You can't answer it. You can't answer it.
Does a child make a movie?
Do children make
Disney movies? That's the damn question I ever heard in my life. That's why I'm not answering these dumbass questions.
Bruh.
You know, because you know they didn't have
the answer. Adults are making Disney movies, aren't they?
The adults are making Disney.
Exactly. So who's trying to force the children to decide something? So who's trying to force the children to decide something? The adults.
Oh, okay. That's how you felt? Cool.
The adults.
I think Moana is a great movie.
If this is not being force-fed, why are adults putting sexual objects in shows for children? That's what he's asking you. These cartoons are created from adults. I know it's like a harsh reality that these people are that sick to put these depictions in movies, but they're in there. And an adult, a grown person said, I'm going to put a dick in a kid's TV show just because I feel like it, but they're not going to know it's a dick. Why is it there? Why is it there? And we got to take emotion out of this. So if we're going to talk, let's have a civilized talk. Of course, we're not going to agree on everything, but screaming on the screen, bro, no, we're not doing that. There is an adult that created that movie. Are we right or wrong? And I'm going to unmute everybody and hopefully we can talk. Did an adult make that movie?
Yeah, so the adult made the movie.
Okay, so that means that,
look at it and say it's a dildo. Yeah,
I'm being respectful. So that means that adult put a penis, because that's a picture of a penis. You're saying it's open to interpretation, but if I look at that, I've looked at a penis. I see one all the time. I know what it looks like. It looks like a dick. So an adult put a picture of a dick in my child's cartoon. Why? You have no answer.
I really think it's a perspective thing. Like I said, I don't think I would ever
If
notice
it looks like a dick, it moves like a dick, it's a dick. I know what they look like. I'm married to one.
And
I
that,
have
so you saying that one pole that looked like a dick in a Little
all
Mermaid
dicks
movie
look the same. They just got different sizes.
it is the cause of hundreds of gay people.
You're missing the entire point. They're putting.
We find out what made people gay. It's Little Mermaid. That one thing.
That's disgusting. I don't look. You're entitled to that shit. But I know one thing. If I see it, let me catch an adult showing some shit like that to a kid. I'm gonna put you out. I'm gonna put your name out. I'm gonna let people know you're okay with children watching this, and we're gonna put you on blast. You know why? I was that child that got molested. I was that kid. I know what it's like. You're laughing, but it's a harsh reality for so many kids.
I was molested as a young kid, and
So
I
then
knew
you should know
how.
that this
I knew
is
it.
wrong.
And I knew how. I knew how.
Now it makes sense. Now
I
it
knew
makes
it.
sense.
I don't know how
yeah.
to address that because I didn't know how to address it, and I still suffer with it as an adult.
Corey.
I went to therapy before. I went to therapy before.
You
I
called it.
talked about
You called it.
Yeah.
Well, so what does that have to do with anything?
A lot, bro. Do you
They got a
know?
lot.
I'm about to be so raw. Do you know how long I didn't know what gender I was attracted to? I was confused at a very young age. Sorry to get emotional.
Yeah.
Because of what someone did to me. So yes, you're putting this stuff on TV, bro. It messes with the child. Things are awoken in you that should not be awoken.
You're right. Your innocence is taken away.
It's not okay. And I'm sorry to this is real, bro.
Hey, Suni.
Certain things that you shouldn't even think about. You shouldn't have these feelings.
Check the thing I'm sharing here. Check the thing and see how far away, how long ago they've been doing this nonsense. Look how long ago. Look at how long they've been indoctrinating our children. Just look. You ready, Suni? Is it playing? Look at this nonsense. Watch him. Tell me what you see there. What do you see there?
Like a little boner.
Oh, it's not a little one either. That's how he's making the hole. He's screwing the cheese.
He's using the boner to put holes in the cheese. Man,
This
right.
is 19. This is 1950 something. For you to tell me that they're not children with this bullshit, you are delusional.
No,
you are delusional.
I don't listen. I'm gonna tell you.
Delusional.
First off, I want to say this, Suni. Thanks for sharing that. I know that's a raw thing. I've been through it.
Like honestly, there's no excuse for it, man. You know, young kids got to go through this, and I think I cry because I'm crying for myself. You know, and I know some other young girls going through that, and I know that this stuff is on TV, and our kids get attacked so much, especially now. You know what I'm saying? My son has to walk around the store and watch a grown man put on fucking makeup. My son. And I have to explain to him that's not normal. So my kid is going to grow up knowing that, man, he's going to look at his dad and say, they're confused. My dad doesn't do that. So what is this? That's opening them up to a whole nother reality. Oh, so there's a such thing as trans? Yeah. That's no, it's wrong. It is wrong. There's no excuse. There's no nothing, bro. It's wrong.
Me personally, and like I said again, thank you for sharing that. I went through experiences. I was molested by close females in my family, and I grew up with my innocence taken away, asking questions about sex early, being sexual active early, and then having issues of just intimacy as an adult growing up because of the issues I went through as a child. Now, what I am trying to say is that gay people do live in this country. Trans people do live in this country, and they have a right to pursue their pursuit of happiness without other people trying to be prejudiced against the way that they choose to live. Now, I don't have kids, but I have had conversations with kids about gay people, and I let them know some people are programmed that way. Some people choose to live their life that way. And that doesn't affect you personally. If whatever they do in their bedroom is their business,
man, it's
and
tough.
it does
It's
not
tough me
affect
sitting here
you
listening to this
personally.
bullshit, man. You need to stop that bullshit, man.
It
Listen,
ain't bullshit. It's
listen.
realness.
You know what you need to do? You know what you need to do for real, for real, for real. You honoring the motherfucker, man. You honoring the motherfucker.
Nah,
you sit up here. You done been molested as a kid or whatever happened to you, and then you got the audacity to say you gonna show this shit to some kids. You's an ornery, selfish motherfucker, and you need to get yourself some counseling.
You don't know
You's a
shit
sick
about me,
motherfucker,
Corey.
man.
You don't know
Fuck you.
shit
You the
about
sick
me, Corey.
motherfucker. You sick.
You don't know shit. You don't know shit about me, Corey. But I
You
appreciate.
just told me you've been molested, and then you don't have a problem with letting kids watch that shit, man. You sick.
I don't think that's gonna change.
You sick, and you need some fucking help, man. Straight
No,
up,
it
you need
ain't.
some help. You sick than a motherfucker, man. You sick.
Listen, ask any gay person, hey man, when did you know you found out you be
I'm
gay?
asking
Like,
you gay.
I watched
You tell
Tinky
me.
Winky, and I knew I was gay when I watched Tinky Winky. Get the fuck out of here, man.
You sick,
So
man.
in one breath,
You
you can
sick.
say that. You
You're
can say that they
born that
wouldn't
way,
know.
brother.
You
Sick.
can say in one breath that they don't know, but in the same breath say they need to know.
I say they're born that way, and if they're born that way,
Then they'll
we
figure it
can
out when they
make
get
sure-
older.
They may know that by 14, 13, or
Then
whatever.
they'll figure it out when they get older.
But all I know is when I have kids, I don't want, listen, real personal story, not even personal story. I knew a cat who was gay. He was in a closet. His mother was a real Christian and would say gay people going to hell and gay people doing this. And I used to feel for that brother, man, because he loved his mama with everything, would do everything for his mama, but he knew he can never come out to her because how she viewed gay people. She thought they was disgusting beasts and the scum of the earth and they all going to hell. And this man to this day had not come out. He has a boyfriend that he keeps hidden, he keeps secret. He will never be his true self with his own mother because religion in her mind is telling her it's bad. So she will never know that side of her own son and see his true happiness. And that's why I'm okay with telling my kids when I have them that gay people exist.
Is that his mom's role to accept him?
You don't want to accept your kids?
Is it the mom's role to accept an adult kid for the decisions he makes?
Yes. I think
No.
you still love
No. I live my life. My kids, after they leave my house, whatever the hell you do, you do. That includes, and I've told my boys this, you get out there and you act a fool in front of the cops and get shot, I'm going to come to your funeral and I'm going to say, this dumbass acted a fool in front of the cops. Then my kids know that's how I'm going to look at them. If you decide or choose or are born gay, that's on you. I'm not going to talk to you about that. You decide that. You decide when you're going to come out the closet. And if you come out to me and you tell me, well, I'm gay, I'll be looking at you like, what's that supposed to mean to me? You want me to be happy for you? I'm not going to be happy for you.
Would you cut them out to life? Would you still, want to hear from them?
Man, I want to make a bold statement, man, and I'm doing it out of being real, and then I'm gonna get out of here, man. I wouldn't be surprised, Leland, if we saw you on the news in the next couple of weeks for some bullshit. You tripping, dog?
The fuck are you talking about?
Nothing.
All right.
It is not my job or my role to live my kid's life for them.
Not at all, but you still got
So
to
no. I think you have this completely twisted, and one is because you don't have kids. You don't have kids.
But
perfect.
I'm not going to teach my kids.
Here's my view. I'm not
going to teach my kids to be bigots.
So that's being bigot.
You're being a bigot against the LGBT community.
Is it my kid?
All right, guys. I've been on this for 2 hours. Have fun. Open your mind. You
should open your mouth less.
Everything. There's no evil presence around us.
You should open your mouth less.
Real. Hope you guys have a great day.
You should open your mouth less.
Gay people deserve rights too, guys.
And that means for food as well.
Thank
you. Nothing.
Oh,
now you hear. Now you hear me. Now you hear me.
What did you say?
Now you can hear me.
Wait, what was that?
Now you can hear me.
What was that?
I figured. Now you can hear me. I said eat less. Eat less. That would help your case.
I have a weight problem. That's facts. That's facts.
Thank you.
But
You have a WAIT
but my
problem.
kids won't be bigots.
You have a WAIT problem. You don't know how to wait on people to learn their own shit. You want to try and shove it down their throat.
And you're
just
like
you do the burgers. Just like you do burgers.
Thanks for being a bigot, man. Have a good day.
Just like you do burgers. Bro, that dude's an idiot.
I apologize for that. I apologize for that, Marlon.
That dude's a complete idiot. I have met some dumb people before, but I have not met one this dumb before. Never have met one this dumb before. I have met stupid, but never this dumb. You look at me in the eye and you're telling me That's completely acceptable to show a child same-sex intercourse, same-sex relationships, when they don't even know what asex is.
And our
they
whole
just know
point-
they're a boy. They just know they're a girl. Mommy's a boy. Mommy's a girl. That is the extent of all I'm teaching my kids. I don't want him to know nothing else.
Right. And the whole thing was about it. What we were trying to express to Leland was this. Do gay people have rights? Yes. Everybody has rights, no matter your sexual orientation. If you're trans or what, as a grown person, do what you want to do. Our argument was don't expose straight or gay to children. Don't put sexual things in front of children.
Period.
That's it. That was as simple as that. But he said that he will willingly show children homosexual things so that the children don't grow up to be prejudiced against homosexuals.
But it doesn't influence them.
Yeah, but exactly. And I'm
it
like,
doesn't
bro,
influence the kid to show. So you're not going to tell me that if I show my kid this, and this is I'm going to talk to as real as Sunni was. My issue was not being touched as a kid. My issue was being in front of pornography at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Mine too.
You know what it did to me as an adult? It made me unable to really process what love and real relationship in the bedroom was like. Mm-hmm. Because I was spoiled on something that was fantastical and not me.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're telling me that you can give this to a kid, the most pivotal time where everything processes and sticks, I can still remember stuff I seen at 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff will stay. If you're telling me that your aim is to make a child be able to differentiate, they cannot even differentiate between what a pants is to a shirt. Sometimes they'll be putting their pants on and they put a shirt instead and put the pants over their head. And you want me to tell me they'll be able to decipher, oh, that might mean I'm gay, or that might mean I'm not gay. But you're just going to introduce it to them, not knowing what it's doing to their psyche. Every child is different. So suppose you give it to a child, and this child watches this, and it destroys their inner person because they just feel somehow, they look at it, and they're so sensitive to stuff that they just close down. They don't know what to do with that image that just put in front of them. That's child abuse.
Yeah.
It's plain up child abuse. When I get to 13, 14 years old, if I come to you and I tell my mom, if my kid comes to me and tell, hey, I'm gay. I mean, I said, how you know you're gay? And you start telling me, well, I seen and I heard, and this person say, I said, well, then you don't know that you're gay. You just don't know that you're gay. You assume you're gay because you might like what he's saying, but you know what else makes you think that way? Lust.
Mm-hmm.
So until you can get to the age where you can decipher between lust and living, then come back to me. And when you get to that point and you're of age of reason and you've made that decision, don't come back to me telling me I should accept it if it's not something I'm accepting of. Mm-hmm. You want to live that, have at it. You're still my blood.
Right.
But just because I love you doesn't mean I will accept you at all. Just because of that, like if my kid comes out to me and says, I just joined the gang, I'll tell him straight up, all right, well, don't come back to my house because I don't want that gang coming back here. But I thought you loved me, Dad. Yeah, I love you, but I love the people that are in this house more too. So you decide to go do that. Have fun with it. Don't bring it back here.
Mm-hmm.
You have your choice. Live your life, but don't expect me to want to do it.
Exactly.
I don't want that stuff in front of the little people that are still here. I just don't want it. I'm raising my kids to be a male and a female. Plain and simple. There are two genders. I don't care who agrees or disagrees. Science says there's two. You could feel anything you want. I don't give a damn. There are two genders. There's a male and there's a female. There's a reason why they can find skeletons and never tell you that it's a transgender skeleton.
You know, one of the points that I was trying to make to him was that because he was talking about how homosexuality is the new normal, and I told him it will never be normal according to nature. And he said, "What are you talking about? Animals do it." So I said, "Okay, so just because animals do this shit,
I heard that part.
Like just because fucking." I'm like, so you letting animals dictate what's normal in nature now?
Why don't we do like monkeys when we're pissed off? Just poop in our hands and fling it at the next person.
Right, exactly. That was the example that I was using about lions sniffing each other's head.
that myself because there are tons of people who do it too. I swear to God, I do it to so many people. I be flinging shit everywhere at people because there are tons of them that deserve it. But
throw some shit in their face like a monkey, dude.
Shut up.
Like Leland deserves that.
Deserves it. Low carb. Like I'm telling, like it's like this, bro. Look, there is a point where a child's mind is cognitively unable to process certain things, which is why pedophiles groom children to make them feel as though being touched is normal. A child will think that if uncle touches me and tells me it's okay, it becomes okay because they're influencing them. While it's wrong, straight up wrong, the child in his mind or her mind will think, oh, that's love.
And it fucks with your subconsciousness.
See, Alan did this to his current wife. This Asian chick he adopted as a child, this man groomed and is now married to her. If you go look me dead in the eye and tell me that you can't influence a child into doing wrong and choosing something that is not of their nature, you are stupid. You cannot show them something and expect them at an age where they cannot decipher right or wrong, up or down, to then look at it and say, well, that looks like something I might later on decide to be. Or yes, I could make sense of that. You're introducing them to something that is not part of their developmental nature yet. Their balls haven't even dropped yet.
Exactly.
So how they gonna know what to do with their penis, man? Come on. Like seriously. It is child abuse. It is child abuse. Whether or not I believe that being gay is right or wrong, put that aside. You can decide how you want to live your life out loud when you are of age to do so.
Exactly.
Until then, you're under your parents' house. And if they say, you ain't going to live like that in my house, you're not going to live like that in their house. You have two choices at 16. At that point, you can move out. But don't come back to them if you decided that knowing how they think and expected them to just be like, oh, lovey-dovey. Live your life. You chose. You chose. And if you're not confident in the reason they feel guilt is because they know what they chose. And they know deep down it's probably not something that they actually want to do. If you were that confident in your choice and that confident that you were born that way, regardless of who dislikes you for it, you will not care. You will live your life. It's no different than me being conservative and being black and black people telling me that I'm a coon, Uncle Tom, and all that nonsense. If I am genuinely conservative, it wouldn't matter what they call me. It's not going to change what I am. I'm a conservative. If you're gay and you genuinely believe you are gay, you were born that way, it doesn't matter whether the government tells you that, whether your mama tells you it's opposite, whether your friends tell you it's opposite, you would be so comfortable in your decision because you know you wouldn't have to worry. But there is a person, there's a piece of you that will tell you, you know, something ain't right, but I want it. I want it. So if I want it, then I must have it. And if I have it, people must accept that I want it.
Exactly.
No, it's no different than people baking a cake. I don't want to bake a gay cake because that's not against my religion. Well, you just being a bigot. No, fam. I just want to make a cake with two men on it. Sorry. You do understand there are gay bakeries around here. You can go get your cake baked over there. They'll like you, but don't expect me to want to do it.
Exactly.
It's not for that.
Right.
But that's the premise you're setting for them as a child, is that everybody should accept you because your mom and dad told you that's how it should be.
Right.
No, not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to like me. And that's okay by me. I don't have to like everybody either. I'm supposed to wish them well because God told me to. But outside of that,
right.
Your welfare is your welfare.
Right.
My peace of mind is my peace of mind.
We were not born with having expectations that everybody should love us and accept us. Our job is to distribute love. That's what God wants us to do. That is the purpose of us. That is the purpose of mankind. Now, Sony wants she we've been on her for almost 4 hours now. Shit, it got intense at the end. But thank you everybody for tuning in. Sony had she got off early. But this is Hot Mike. Make sure y'all follow her on Instagram, Facebook, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. This is my boy Marlon. He's in the building. It got heated, but it was a damn good show tonight. My name is D'Antonio LeBrian, and we will see y'all on the next Hot Mic episode.